Hi everyone! Welcome to the first episode of the long-awaited Camp Cryptid. It's Camp Cryptid! Yes, as you have probably noticed, lots of things are different. First thing is, this isn't our usual Monday campaign. That is because our amazing DM, DJ, is actually,
he's on a mountain right now.
He's out experiencing real-world Camp Cryptid this very moment. So this is
Mothman.
So these episodes are pre-recorded, but the great thing about this is that we get to watch it with you. We get to hang out and chat. Hi, Lydia.
Hi, Grant.
That's happening again.
I would say hi to myself, but I'm probably buried in an avalanche. So
Again, yeah, DJ.
Don't say that.
Suddenly I like you more.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I'm probably not watching it either right now because I'm on a plane.
his way to
I'm on my way to go save him.
Right. So yeah. So then, secondly, I'm the GM for Camp Cryptid. I'm in the big square. Look
Lydia
at
stands.
me.
Lydia stands. Stand up.
Yes, this is a
Single
little
claps.
creation of mine. It's pretty much made from scratch from the storyline to the actual system we're using. I've made it really simple, so it's really easy for me.
And us.
Yeah,
Debatable.
And the player.
you can kind of care less about you, Grant.
I'm gonna give a brief run through of everything here in a sec, but we're also gonna have a video that'll kind of go over the rules a little bit that you can look at on our Twitch and on our YouTube. So if you ever need a rules refresher, you can go check out that little video thing. We'll also have a command that'll kind of help give a guideline of what Camp Cryptid is, so that if anybody comes in and doesn't know what's going on, they can just use the command and know what's happening. Yeah, so that's that. We need to get our big stuff before I explain the rules or tell anything else about it. DJ, where else can people find us?
Well, I'm so glad that you mentioned that, Lydia, because we have a number of different social media platforms that we are on and like to entertain you with. You can check us out on.
Way. Sorry.
Oh my god! I'm sorry, I was confused for a second.
I got excited.
Oh my gosh! Check out the TikToks because literally Drew and I this afternoon. We just spent an hour watching our own TikToks and we're cackling
Super
basically the
humble,
whole
too.
time. So we're honestly pretty funny, not to brag, not to pat our own back or anything like that. But if you want a highlight reel of us being super entertaining and funny, go check us out on TikTok.
They're terrible.
We also post a lot of that on Instagram. We do have Twitter, which we use.
It's here and there. It's here and there.
It's up there. And then we also have Discord, so you can definitely go join us on a Discord. I kind of stealing that from Aaron, but we do have Discord. Go check it out.
Yeah, the Twitter is the cryptid of the paper dungeon.
Twitter is the Cryptid of the Paper Dungeon.
That's
I am
Ooh.
so happy.
Grant, does that
He
mean
stands Twitter.
does that mean we only post Camp Cryptid stuff on Twitter?
From here on out, yes.
From here on out. New rule.
That's a lot
Anyway.
of work for me.
Go check
Anyway,
us out on social medias, guys.
thanks, DJ. Aaron.
So DJ stole my thing.
What other cool stuff do we have and sell?
Oh, other than the Discord that we have?
I mean, we
We
don't
sell
sell the
our
Discord,
Discord, yes.
but
Oh,
Yeah.
but I thought that was someone else's job.
no.
Hey
no,
guys,
not
we
not
have a
these.
store.
Yeah, talk about
We have a
TVs.
store. We have a www.thepaperdungeon.com.
Yeah.
Maybe if DJ didn't go off script so hard, this would be easier for me. Where you can buy merch on our store, stuff that has our logo on it, and other stuff that has quotes that DJ said 3 years ago, and other images that Lydia has made for us. It is cool art stuff, and we'll get more on other cool art stuff that Lydia's done once we get to Drew's turn, because I understand how turns work, unlike some people in the Paper Dungeon.
I didn't understand that sentence.
Nobody did. Aaron's going off the rails.
Wow. Thanks, Aaron. Up next.
Man, pretty underwhelming, wasn't it? It's almost like someone stole the core of my bit.
Grant. Well, I'm trying to get back in focus.
What's that?
Do you have anything you want to say?
Who's that over there? It's the podcast listeners and
No
YouTube viewers.
You
And
couldn't
they're-
see it because you're on a podcast, but he held up binoculars to
Yeah.
see you.
That is
Yep.
true. He did.
It was
do
a
that.
kinda
visual
funny
gag.
That it was a visual gag to highlight the podcast
Yeah.
listeners.
Yeah, and explaining the joke makes things funnier, as I've learned here on the Paper Dungeon. But the only thing is, they just look so gosh darn far away. What are we gonna do about that? Oh my gosh, I have an idea, guys. What if the podcast listeners and the YouTube viewers showed up while we were live sometime, so that we could interact with them in chat? And if they happened to have Amazon Prime, they could just subscribe with it for free.
The full most dangerous game.
If you're on YouTube and podcasts, we're glad you're viewing, glad you're listening. We'd love to see you live. Drop a follow, it helps us out. And prime time in chat, baby.
And you guys can see the horns that I'm gonna sell after this.
No, he's
Maybe.
not. Nice,
Maybe.
Grant. Thanks.
I feel like that was a
Isn't it
pretty
nice
good
to
point.
have your whole bit?
Yeah, nobody took it from me. It was great.
Oh, man.
Hey, Drew. That's a cool shirt you got. Where'd you get it?
Oh yeah, so if you guys notice, we all have really cool Camp Cryptid t-shirts designed by the one and only Lydia Korn. Check them out on her store, www.lydiacorinne.com. They're really cool. They're really neat. We love them a lot. They're really comfortable too to wear, and the
Oh my
design
God,
is
really are.
fantastic. We
Amazing
love them.
quality.
Yes,
And
they
if you want
come in
crop
both-
tops for that
you
special
have-
man in your life, you can get a
Yes,
crop top.
they both
I'm
wear
wearing
t-shirt
mine's a
and
crop
crop top.
Or anyone, really.
Yeah.
Or for yourself.
Thanks,
Because
Drew.
you can
Yeah.
wear a crop top for yourself.
That's right.
Okay, now back to me. We're gonna talk about Camp Cryptid a little bit more, just so you guys know what's going on. So Camp Cryptid is a summer camp for cryptid kids. And
kids.
these are our cryptid kids. Well,
Hi.
cryptid kids. And our system we'll be using is based on D10s, so that's gonna be the main dice they're gonna roll. It based on like just percentages and things like that. And that's pretty much how it's gonna be. We'll explain more of the rules as we go. It's really simple. I made it simple so that it would be simple for me to DM. So you'll get it as we go. It'll make more sense to see it played out and things like that. For my very last thing before we get started, I want to give a huge thank you to Grant for all the amazing music he's making and
yeah.
has
Let's
made
go.
for Camp Cryptid. All of the music is Grant's creation,
You're
and it's
welcome.
like the theme song we're gonna hear in a minute legitimately made me cry because it was so perfect. So like, I'm not kidding. And it wasn't even finished when I cried. Like, he sent me, like,
That's
it was
really
like,
sweet.
anyway. Yeah, and then I want to give a huge thank you to Drew for recording and streaming and doing all the techie audio visual stuff to make this, like, actually happen and look good and get delivered to you. So thank you, Drew. And then I want to thank DJ and Aaron for being cool people and awesome DMs and giving me the confidence to do something like this.
Participation
So-
award.
I was really curious. I was like, let's see. Grant's making the music. Drew's like doing everything else. Aaron and I aren't really doing anything.
Bro, my bicep just cramped so hard. Oh, God.
What?
Well, thank you, Lydia. We were happy to inspire confidence in you.
I'm super
Thanks.
excited to play in this game, and I'm in so much pain.
Oh, okay. Well, then,
Perfect time. This is a segue.
hold on. Whoa, I had
Time
a whole
to
thing.
Turn that
Dang
frown
it.
upside down.
Anyway, we're not gonna delay it any longer. Welcome everybody to Camp Cryptid.
Yay!
I'll flex with my other arm.
I am unknown and will remain that way. A secret to the world, I will always stay. I lurk in the shadows and stay out of sight. But those who do see me, I will be sure to fright.
Okay, is everybody ready now?
Ready,
Yeah.
Captain.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Okay.
Captain.
Aaron didn't say he's ready. I just want to point that out.
I did. I did. And if you weren't listening, that is not my problem.
Starting off strong.
Let's
I'm
know
ready.
everyone's
All right.
in character still.
Okay, are we ready now?
Yes,
Yes.
Captain.
All right. Our story begins on a sunny afternoon at the edge of the Whispering Woods. Rumors have long been spread throughout town of odd noises, strange shadows, and terrifying creatures that live amongst these woods. Now, of course, they're just rumors. People have stories, but never any proof. You have nothing to fear, right? Well, at the edge of these woods, standing by his lonesome, is a young boy packed and ready for summer camp. The brochure for it in his hands reading, Camp Cryptid, Do You Believe? It was left in his mailbox a few weeks ago, and his mother didn't hesitate to sign him up. But his mother was unlike most. His mom's a bit, obsessed with the supernatural and extraterrestrial and other far-fetched things like that. But now he stands here in front of a little dirt path where a small wooden post points into the woods with Camp Cryptid carved into it. Frankie!
Hi.
You're not sure how you got here. You're not sure why you're by yourself. You're not sure what exactly this Camp Cryptid is, and you're really not sure why you have to wear this sheep squatch costume, but the brochure said to come dressed in costume, and you worked really hard to put it together. So, you adjust your backpack and begin walking, following the sign.
Wow, I'm so excited for Camp Cryptid.
You follow the path as it turns, and it takes a turn to the left, and you keep following it a little bit of ways, and then it takes another left.
This is a weird route to a camp.
Takes a left again.
One more left, and I'll be right back where I started.
And another left.
What's happening?
You want to know what's crazy, though?
What?
You're not back where you began.
No.
And the path keeps going.
Wait a second. Maybe I'm wrong. He takes out his compass, and he looks at the directions and realizes that he is in fact correct. He did just go in a circle.
As soon as you get out your compass, you go and you're looking down at it, you're watching the little arrow, you're like, no, I'm going the right direction. Like, this is back where I was facing before. You look up and nothing looks familiar. Not where you just came from, not where you were going. Nothing around you looks anything like what it was. Normally, it's very easy to get lost in the woods. You know this.
Mm-hmm.
But here, the trees don't even look to be the same kind of trees.
Wait, do I know what kind of trees they are, or like completely unfamiliar? Like the version of tree, the species of tree.
Is it an oak tree?
Is
it a birch tree?
I don't know.
Yeah,
is it spruce?
It's got. Well, you don't know you don't remember what was there before. You didn't get to pay enough attention. You're too excited for camp. These new ones have a darker leaves. They've got like a richer tone to the bark kind of deal. But even like the dirt underneath your feet is not what it was when you first were walking in here.
Well, this is strange. None of these trees nor the soil match the things that are in the forest where I was just at. Where could I possibly be? Man, Junie told me not to wander off the trail, and I got lost.
Did you just refer to your mom by her first name?
My mom told me not to.
They have a very interesting relationship. All right.
Who's adopt you, okay?
So as you're contemplating your conundrum,
Yeah.
you do hear a bit of a trickle of a stream nearby.
Water. That's good. He starts going towards the water. Is there like a trail that goes towards the water?
There isn't really a trail, but you're it's like, it sounds nearby. You think you can figure out where it's at. So you start following towards it, hoping it's going to give you any kind of direction. And as you head towards it, you do find the stream. And you also find that over top of it is this broken and worn out bridge. It's like completely unshambled. You can't cross it at all. That is like safety violations.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
OSHA.
Well, there's a bridge. That means that there has to be civilization nearby, but I mean, It looks like it's in disrepair. Maybe somebody used to live here? I gotta be on the right trail. And can I make, like, some sort of check to see if I can see if anybody's been around recently or anything like that?
Go ahead and make a sense test. That's what they're called here.
Test.
They're skill tests here. Fancy. So what he's gonna do is we have special skill sets. And one of those skills is sense, which is just dealing with the 5 senses. He has what is your sense modifier?
+1.
He has a +1.
Ooh, nice.
It's +1 to his senses, so he'll add 1. He'll roll a d10, and then he'll add 1 to that, and then based on that, we'll determine how well he does. And there's kind of a range for it. It's pretty similar to like D&D with the d20s. Like 10 is pretty average, and so on. So it's just 5 is pretty average, and then forward kind of deal.
A 0 is a 10, right?
Yes.
That's an 11.
You got it.
I did
Okay.
it. That's like a mega success, right? Called
Well, first of all,
Dominate or something like that?
you go over to look at this bridge to get a little bit of a closer look to try to see how old it is, like how long it's been here, if there's anybody
Bridge.
around, if there's a trail. There is a bit of a trail leading
Okay.
to the bridge. You don't see a trail after the bridge, though.
Strange.
Again, the bridge is complete shambles. This thing is so old and worn from time that it's like you can't cross it. There's no way. But in inspecting it, you do notice that on that first kind of step baseboard of it,
Mhm.
you see some writing carved into the wood.
Ooh, okay.
Do you want to know what it says?
Yeah, of course. He
Okay,
kneels
go on.
down. He kneels down and rubs away some of the dirt and moss and looks very closely and begins sounding it out.
Yeah.
I just don't quite know what it says.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, this is what it
Jared
says.
and Vanessa.
No.
Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Do you have notes ready?
Yes,
I do.
on
Okay.
my computer.
All right. What the spaceboard says is,
It started writing what?
I am unknown and will remain that way. A secret to the world, I will always stay. I lurk in the shadows and stay out of sight.
Secret to the world.
I'm caught
You're
up.
so far behind.
Yeah, continue.
But those who do see me, I will be
Uh-huh.
sure to fright.
Ooh.
Wait, could you just repeat that whole thing from the
I'm not done.
Oh, no.
There's more.
So answer me now. If you dare to try, tell me if you can. What am I?
Okay.
Hey, God, can you say that again?
So he reads it again. I'll read it again in my voice. He says, maybe a riddle? I like these. And then he says, I am unknown and will remain that way. A secret to the world, I will stay. I lurk in the shadows and remain out of sight.
Pause.
Already lost it.
Oh my
You lost me
gosh.
on line 2, bro.
We're writing this at... Well, yeah, but come on.
Well, I don't even know what the third line is.
Hold on.
I think I know.
Secret to the
I-
world,
I think
I
Get
will
your
say.
guys' get your guys' Zoom chats open.
Send it in chat so I can role play effectively.
I think I know. what
He
this
says,
is.
I'm getting mixed up. Let me read that again, he says. I am unknown and will remain that way. A secret to the world, I will stay. I lurk in the shadows and remain out of sight, but those who do see me, I will be sure to fright. So answer me now if you dare to try. Tell me if you can. What am I? Stay in the shadows. It's a secret. And when people see them, they're scared. And I have to say what it is. Well, my mom talks a lot about those weird creatures that people see in the woods. And those scare people. maybe what do they call them? Crimdims.
Going to the camp, bro.
He looks
It's on
at
the
his
brochure.
pamphlet
Yeah,
and
you,
he's like,
you have a flyer.
Hold on. I love how much this has just felt like a Dora the Explorer episode.
Can
See
you
the
find
bridge?
the entrance to the camp?
he says, and then he looks at his he looks at his, where did it go? His pamphlet. He grabs his pamphlet. And then he remembers that he's literally wearing a costume that is a cryptid. And he says, "Oh, that's so funny. Brain fog. Cryptid." Right?
As soon as you say the word cryptid,
I did it. I win.
the shambled boards of the bridge actually start to kind of shift and
Alright,
move
guys.
back up into place.
I got
Takes
done
us
writing
back.
it down.
Yeah, right.
So proud
Ready
of
to
you.
solve it.
But it's seeming to almost repair itself, but especially with that 11 you rolled,
Mm-hmm.
you notice a little bit more. Gripping the edges are these dark claws attached to these furry hands that are actually putting the pieces of the board
Oh gosh.
back up and together.
That's comforting.
He kind of gasps and takes a step back, and then he goes, "Hello? Are you a raccoon? What could that
It's ju-
be? I've never seen hands like that before."
Are you talking to me?
Huh? I think.
You s-
yeah. Are you
You
under
still,
the bridge?
you just see hands gesturing over this bridge. You don't actually see anything else. You talking to me?
Yeah, Mr. Bridgeman or
The name's
Hello?
Jerry.
Jerry.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. It's a
Hi, Jerry. I'm
Are
looking.
you gonna hurry up and get to camp, or are you gonna keep waiting here all day? Do I need to keep holding these boards up for you,
Wait.
or what?
Is this the way to
Camp Cryptid, yes. You got the brochure. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. I don't got all day.
Oh, okay. And he kind of like hesitantly walks up to the bridge and then like kind of picks up his feet really fast as he crosses and like it gets across really quickly.
As each foot leaves, you can actually feel the board kind of like lowering under your foot as he's like taking it back apart as you get across. And you get across this bridge, and there is a huge sign that has suddenly appeared. It says, "Welcome to Camp Cryptid."
Whoa! How did they do this? An optical illusion, maybe?
It's so much like Dora the Explorer. Anyway, yeah. So you see this this big sign forms overhead, says "Welcome to Camp Cryptid," and as your eyes go to that, they finally look back down, and you see a full campground in front of you. Wasn't there before, but it's totally there, totally real. And you look back, and the bridge is still put together, even though you felt it kind of falling apart under your feet.
Weird.
But yeah.
He puts on his thinking cap. He says, "This is a job for my thinking cap." And he rummages in his bag and he pulls out his hat and he puts it on over top of his costume. And he just says, "The bridge looks put together and I can see camp. But before I couldn't. I know. It's gotta be mirrors. Magicians use mirrors and things aren't there. That's it. I love figuring things out." And then he takes off his hat, puts it back in his pack, and kind of like, he like puts on his backpack and just starts like running down the hill.
You start running towards this camp. You're kind of like falling over yourself as it's like going
Yeah.
downhill and things like
Yeah.
that into there. As you get closer, you do notice everybody's in costume. Everybody is.
Nice.
Now, they look kind of strange. Their costumes are really realistic. You don't know how they pulled it off, but
Well,
you're
this
sure
is
you
my
can.
first time here,
Right,
so
right.
they're probably veterans.
Yeah. So they've probably experienced. It's probably an activity you'll get to do with them, kind of deal.
Mhm.
But yeah, there's a lot of strange looking people around you, and everyone seems to be having a really good time. It's like, it sounds fun. Everything sounds fun, but before you have time to really like process and take in everything, you do see a young teen girl approaching you.
He's definitely, he looks kind of like just uncomfortable there. He's kind of shy, and he is doing the whole thing where he's holding his like backpack straps, and he just looks kind of sheepish, pun intended, because I look like Sheep Squatch in this costume. But he looks just kind of sheepish, and like, you know what it looks like when a kid is like looking around, just waiting for somebody to interact with them in a crowd because they're like newer. He's giving off that energy, so I guess he sees the girl approaching and just kind of smiles and says, "Hi."
Well, I just wanted to ask, so what exactly does she see? Can you describe Frankie for us?
Oh, Frankie, yeah. You see, it's a kid, right? And the kid,
Can you describe Frankie for us?
he's a little scrawny, I'd say. Not like super scrawny, but kind of scrawny. And he has short, kind of shaggy red hair that kind of goes a lot of directions, but it's not very long. So you can see it poking out, actually, from his costume. His costume is like very large and puffy with like these curling white horns coming out of the like hood bit of it, and it covers pretty much his whole body. I think his like arms, does his arms and hands stick out? I can't quite remember from
They
the
kind of
art.
poke out a little bit.
Yeah, they poke out a bit. So his hands are there, but I like to think that his feet are fashioned into like very obviously fake hooves. And he has like furry leggings on, basically.
Do you
It's
have
awesome.
the sleeves that are also gloves, but they just go over your fingers?
I like it. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, and some skin is showing, and so that's kind of what he looks like. He's not very tall. I mean, he's kid status, right? So he's like, what, 4 foot something? That's what kids are. He's like, what? I think he's 11-ish.
Yeah,
like
you're
10
all
and a half.
you're
He's
all in
10 and
like
a half.
tween ages kind
Yeah.
of deal.
Tweens.
He has when he doesn't look a little nervous and shy, he just has a like beaming smile on his face with like raised eyebrows. He has ridiculous amount of stuff on him. He has a huge backpack that's just clanging with pots and water bottles.
Frankie
and, like,
came prepared.
Whatever else he needs, and he always has binoculars around his neck.
Frankie is the
over his
ultimate
costume.
Boy Scout.
Exactly.
He is the
Um,
ultimate Boy Scout.
So yeah, he just shows up and he looks like he looks nervous now, but he's real excited otherwise.
So yeah, with all the kind of bustle that's been going on, you kind of just got from her general like figure and size that she was probably this teen girl coming towards you. But as she's getting closer, you're starting to actually get a view of her. And again, everybody looks strange, like they're in this costume. Hers is particularly strange. She is wearing a bright pink Camp Cryptid crop top. She's got on these like jean shorts and these white sneakers tied up real nice. The weird thing though is her skin is completely gray. And it has almost kind of this like silvery sheen to it. Her head is completely bald. And her eyes are rather large, like in like sockets in her eyes, and they kind of are completely pitch black. Where the irises and pupils are is actually this little glowing white orb. So like flipped. It's weird. Her eyes are like voids, basically.
Okay.
Then she almost looks like to be expecting you as you're there. She kind of like has this kind of like perk up when she sees you walk in and is directly walking towards you. She starts to approach, and as she does, she looks you over a bit, kind of eyeing your costume. And then she goes to speak. There is this kind of like warble effect to her voice when she talks as well.
Do you give me permission to in post affect your voice just a little bit?
I mean, if you want, go for it.
Okay, we'll see.
So if her voice is warbled here, Grant managed to pull it off. If it isn't, scratch that.
Maybe
Scratch
I
that,
don't do
ignore
it the whole
it,
time.
don't worry
I'll
about
at
it.
least do it here now, right? Okay.
But yeah, she approaches you and she goes, "Greetings, I am Gracie. Welcome to Camp Cryptid. You must be Frankie."
Yeah, that's me. Your costume is amazing.
Costume?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Costume.
Yeah.
You're
Uh-huh.
a sheep squatch.
Yeah. Yeah, you got it. That's amazing. A lot of people, don't know about the sheep squatch because I think it's in Virginia. I think, and a lot of people don't really know about sheepsquatch, but sheepsquatch is real, and at least people think so, but it's not as popular, so I like it.
She's kind of like eyeing back behind you a little bit, and then is like looking you over a little bit more, kind of inspecting you a bit. She's kind of getting a little like up in your face a bit. It's a little, and it's very weird because she's got these voids for eyes, so it's a little off-putting. You don't know how she pulled that off in her costume.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you are a sheep squatch.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You can see because I have the hooves and I got the horns.
I can tell by the horns. You did a good job replicating.
Thanks. I don't really remember signing up for camp this year, but it must have been my parents. You see, my mom, she really likes cryptids, and
What is a mom?
That's a weird question. I think she makes sure that I get food, and I've known her literally like my whole life.
Oh.
That's what a mom is. And dad.
Mom. Dad.
Yeah.
Interesting. Cool. Well, you're part of my group. I am your leader. Or as others say, counselor.
You're my camp counselor. We're gonna have the best summer ever.
Yes. Do you want to meet the others?
Yeah. I have a question. Sorry, I forgot.
All right. Well, that is okay. We don't do questions a lot.
Oh wait,
here.
I remembered.
Okay.
Where is the cabin that I'm sleeping at with the other kids? Cause I'm really excited. I want to meet everybody.
We will have tents.
Tents? Wait, what about bathroom?
The world is your bathroom.
The world? Whoa.
The woods. Go in the woods.
I've read about how to poop in the woods, but I've never done it.
The rest of you feel like kind of...
All I can think is she is thinking, Jerry, you can't let anyone in who answers the correct answer to your riddle. This is not company guidelines. You can't keep doing this.
The rest of you have been out and about around the campgrounds. You guys all know that Gracie is capable of doing this. This is unfamiliar to you. You do hear Gracie link up to each of your guys' minds individually and call you to join her near the camp entrance telepathically. To which you know you can respond to her if you wanted to.
Whatever you say, Gracie. And I will start leaping across the camp.
I'm already there. I
He walks out of a shadow.
Just like comes out from behind her.
I entered the camp and I didn't want to go any farther, so I just sat down like by a tree relatively nearby because I figured this would happen.
Could somebody come get me?
Oh, I got it.
Because I could come, but I'm gonna take a long time.
I sprint. Or leap, whatever's fastest for me. I think leaping is fastest for me.
No, I think you're a runner.
You're the runner. I'm the one who jumps. I am the one who jumps.
Yes. I sprint.
Have you ever heard of goats jumping, DJ? Come on.
I'm sorry. I mean, goats jump all the time.
No, they don't. That's a figment of your imagination.
They prance.
Anyway, so you run.
I pick up
and you guys head back. So the first one there is Jackson. Jackson, would you like to tell us what Frankie sees?
Frankie, you see sitting in the shadow of a tree. It appears to just be a kid in a dark hoodie. He has a journal out, and he's just writing in it. For the very briefest of moments, he actually looks up and doesn't even make eye contact with you, but when he does, you can see that his eyes are like they don't have any white. Instead of white, it's just red. He also has, you see that he has like clawed fingers, kind of a dark mop of hair that just like it's like greasy, and like he gives off a very I don't care and I don't want to be here attitude. Torn jeans, like just black skinny jeans. Think young Robbie from Gravity Falls with red eyes.
That's
Okay.
very accurate.
Okay.
Yeah, Gracie kind of waves him over to come and join.
I don't know.
That's expected. Next, Kid and NJ come flying in.
Well,
First, we'll do
Kid comes flying in. I just
yeah.
happen to be with him.
NJ by default comes flying in as well.
Is NJ
Um,
like in his backpack or something?
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Okay, we'll get there. We'll get
But
there.
it's
You're
very
calm
exciting.
yourself.
Kid, go ahead and describe yourself.
Yeah, so you see coming from across the way a smaller boy. He's on the shorter end of the height scale for about a 12-year-old kid. But he comes sprinting over. He's got long, kind of shaggy hair, not long, but medium length shaggy hair. He's got these little horns sticking out the top. He has like goat eyes where the pupils are like horizontal.
Whoa.
And he's grinning ear from ear with what looks like razor sharp teeth from end to end. And he has little hoofs on his feet as well. Coming over just like a little yellow tank, a little yellow shirt, Camp Cryptid shirt. He's got like the like saddle backpacks, or not the side saddle. Sorry, the satchel. That's what I'm looking for. Little backpacks. He's got a big one of those,
Like a
hanging off
messenger
his
bag?
side. Like a messenger bag, exactly. And in my messenger bag, you see.
You see NJ,
Yes.
who looks like to Frankie, he looks like almost like a dinosaur. He's got like this really long neck with this kind of pointed, almost like kind of face with a little nose sticks out, and he's wearing what looks like a fishing hat with a Camp Cryptid logo on it. And
That's awesome.
and you can see like he's kind of like leaning up against the bag, and you can see like two flippers kind of resting
Oh,
on
you don't have thumbs.
resting like on the edge of it as he's kind of just looking around. And you can see like he's like wearing like a vest and like a Camp Cryptid vest and stuff that with a little bag on his back too.
You poor child. You don't
my
have any
God.
thumbs.
No, I don't.
It's a good thing that we don't have bathrooms because he wouldn't be able to turn the knob.
No, I have.
He has to use both flippers and kind of like just like
He has a mouth.
Kid,
Unsanitary,
you
but-
come flying up, and Gracie kind of looks over. She's like,
Sorry, wait,
That was
guys,
record
that's my
time.
fault.
Whoa, really?
"Yeah,
Yeah, cool.
Whoa, you're really fast.
Ah, thanks, dude. I
You
like
guys
your
are all-
I like your horns. Kind of
Thanks.
matching.
I like your horns. You guys all look so cool. I feel like I look shabby.
You don't look shabby. What do you mean?
you look
at
sheep."
this. You're like a what? Wait, what are you?
Sheep squatch
Oh, my friends, this is Frankie,
from Virginia.
a sheep squatch from Virginia.
Hi, Frankie from Virginia.
You can tell that he is a sheep squatch by the matted fur and the shape of the horns.
Yeah,
And she kind of
and
points
my
out the different
and
features.
my hooves.
And the hooves. Frankie, this is Kid, a goat man.
Hi.
Whoa.
NJ, a Loch Ness monster.
No.
And Jackson, a spring heel jack.
The
Don't look up.
Spring Hill Jack.
A spring heel
Whoa.
jack.
That's cool.
Over there.
You look like a dinosaur, he says to Loch Ness Monster. He says to NJ.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I think it's cool.
I whisper to Kid, "What's a dinosaur?"
Oh, listen, I don't. Listen, I've never seen a sheep squatch like him before. I don't know. Maybe he's got a little something going on. We're just gonna be nice to him, okay?
Okay.
So anyway, where are you from? Wait, no, you said you're from Virginia.
Mhm,
Dang it, I already messed it
Virginia. I think in the mountains, I think. In Virginia. People see
It's
me
most of
sometimes.
Virginia, so
Now,
it's a fair
Where are
guess.
you from?
are you from?
Gracie's
are you
kind of
from the West
slowly
Virginia?
scooting you all guys closer and closer to Jackson to get him involved in the group.
The West Virginia.
It's just
God, I hate
slowly
myself.
pushing over towards the tree.
Just slowly, like you guys are
shady,
talking.
nice. Good
like,
idea, Gracie. Yeah. I'm from Texas. Specifically,
Whoa.
I think
Whoa, look at DJ pulling out the lore.
Denton,
I think
Texas.
isn't Texas like the second biggest state in the whole United States?
I don't know. What's a state? I'm just from Texas.
You just know you know the word
You know it.
Texas.
You just know,
I'm
your
from
cryptid
Texas.
lore. You know your cryptid lore, but you don't know what it means.
Exactly.
I love it.
I don't ask questions.
A state is
Well,
where you're from.
Can I
I'm
trust
from
you all
Texas.
to be safe and have fun together? I need to finish with the camp activities.
Do you want any help?
With the camp activities?
Uh-huh. I mean,
No.
I'd love to, help you out a little bit.
It is a counselor job.
I know,
I get-
but I'm gonna be a counselor in just a couple of years. Like, I basically know how this whole thing works.
Someday.
Okay.
Is there a concessions? Because I have a couple dollars.
What's $1?
What?
These?
You
And
are.
he pulls out a couple dollars and he
Interesting.
says, I found them on the street. I didn't tell anyone.
What's a street?
May I have one?
I guess. Since you're a counselor, he hands Gracie $1.
What
You're
does it
welcome.
do?
You can get stuff with it, like a candy bar or a drink or something.
DM or GM.
Gosh, I'm not pulling this off very well, am I?
Do we know like things like candy bars or popcorn or something like that? Is that a thing? Or is it like we eat raw meat? Like what?
We
what's the
basically,
status?
like, Camp Cryptid is a weird conglomeration of, like, real world and
Not.
cryptid world. So it's like,
We're just
you
gonna
have
put these in.
Like, you have you have, you wear human clothes and things like that. You, like, imitate human society.
Even cryptids can't escape corporations. All right?
Dang it!
You know,
Walmart is
Hershey's.
here again.
Yeah, they're there. There's
It's like how
Cryptid
in
Walmart.
open season they
You
knew
know
about
that
lawsuits
cryptids work
or
at
whatever.
Walmart. If there is any place that cryptids work, it's Walmart.
It's welcome to Camp Cryptids, and then little letters.
Sponsored by Walmart.
Walmart. Yeah, exactly.
You see, like, Gracie start to really inspect this kind of dollar, but, like, she's, like, flipping it over, and she smells it. She even, like, goes to lick it at one point.
I'm like hanging almost over her arm, like trying to look too.
It's green.
I think it has Benjamin Franklin on it.
Who's Benjamin Franklin?
Wow.
What's a Benjamin
so that's
Franklin?
Did you just say Benjamin?
Yeah.
you do realize
Here,
that's a $50 bill.
No, it's
Kid.
one.
You hold on to this for me.
Okay.
I've got to go help assemble the activities. I'll rejoin you all after activities are done.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, come find me if you need anything. And Gracie heads off, and you see her actually join up with some of the other counselor-looking cryptids around, and she starts getting to work there. And the four of you are left together for a little while.
So, what do you do here?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Boom. Okay. I throw my arm around Frankie's shoulder and I give him a grand tour.
Yes.
I don't actually know the layout
right.
because
So-
Lydia didn't let me make a map.
And
But
so
it's
NJ is chilling in your little satchel.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
is Jackson coming?
Wait, NJ, go get Jackson. And I set him down.
Okay.
10 minutes later, Jackson! Jackson, come with us!
I will grow in size from my small form of the size of he goes from about the size of a dog to about the size of a horse.
Just giant NJ.
And he flipper waddles over to Jackson. This is the fastest way I can walk. He flipper waddles over to Jackson and he says, Jackson, I think Kid and Frankie, I think they want to go explore. Do you want to come with us?
Do I know you?
Okay.
If not, we should keep it that way.
Jackson, you hear like the telepathic link back in your head, and you hear Gracie go, Jackson, you have to join them. It's part of the activities.
Fine.
Thank you.
Walk
Unlinks.
up, head down. I just keep writing my book, but I'll just follow awkwardly behind.
I love Jackson.
And I love the fact he's following NJ. So like Kid and Frankie are like zipping around the camp as he's
Oh
doing
yeah,
his
yeah,
work.
yeah. You guys have done like 3 laps by the time that they're like past where you guys were just standing.
I like to think like NJ goes like this way for a second, and then we move
And
on.
then it's
He's
like,
like,
and,
oh,
then,
okay.
and then you fly past like, right.
And then it goes back.
Oh,
And Jackson's just standing there. He
Jackson
hasn't
is
been
literally
moved.
standing. Yeah, hasn't walked in any direction. It's literally just standing there while NJ is like changing, and you guys are just zipping by.
Come on,
Frankie,
NJ, keep up.
It's terrifying.
I only have flippers.
You're being like whipped around as Kid has like grabbed your hand and is dragging you behind him.
So over here is the tents that we all stay at, and this is the concession stand we were talking about. And then over here is the dining hall where we all
Can
eat.
we slow down? Can we slow
And then
down?
there's a campfire right there, but there's lots of campfires, so we go around all the time. And then we have the main activity hall, and then over there's an obstacle course, and over there's the pool, and over there's the lake, and over there's the high-rise course, and over there is the canoes, and over there are, I can't remember anything else from camp. There's archery over there.
Basically, Frankie knows this camp. Not Frankie. Kid knows this camp inside out. Frankie. That's what you're getting. Like this camp is Kid's domain.
Wow, you're really
This is-
fast.
Yes.
Thanks for showing me all that. Yes, I need to sit down. Hey, NJ, weren't you smaller just a little bit ago? Am I crazy? Inflatables must be inflatables. And he just sits down, sweating.
Oh, hey, I think you lost a couple pounds there, NJ. Good job.
He shrinks back down, and he just shrinks down to about the size of like a lab, like a lab,
A cat.
and he just flops over and just lays on his side.
He's so tired. So you guys take the rest of the time to kind of like catch your breath and just chill for a little bit while you wait for the rest of the activities to get set up.
Do I see Mothman?
Do you see Myth? Is that who you want to see?
Do I see Myth? Yeah.
Make a sense test.
Ooh. Does my
Yeah.
dollar bill help me?
Has anyone ever
No.
told you that you go way too fast?
Huh? Wait. Well, it just depends. Just a second. Okay, sense.
Me lucky
Oh,
dollar
okay.
bill.
I've got
4.
a new umbrella.
It takes a little bit of looking, because again, you're a little disoriented from all running around and all of that. You were doing circles, so you're a little bit dizzy, so it takes you a sec to kind of catch your vision of everything.
Got too fast. Got too excited.
And you're kind of looking around, and naturally your eyes draw immediately to Gracie, and you do see Myth is over helping Gracie with some assembling some of the activities.
Okay, so Frankie. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
You
listening.
see that really ugly dude over there?
That's not
No.
very nice. But
Well,
yeah.
he's not very nice. Okay, his name is
Oh.
Myth. We hate him.
Okay. We hate.
Okay?
Suddenly I'm
We hate
interested.
Myth. Jackson.
I was
Jackson
told
is
not
now
to
part of
say
this
the word
conversation.
hate.
yeah.
Who do
Jackson,
we hate?
we hate Myth. The counselor, the one that over
Who?
there with the wings.
You look over and you see this really dark figure.
Oh, dang it! You can't do that. He's gonna like him.
It's and Jackson, you know who he's talking
I mean,
about.
yeah.
You know Myth. Everybody knows
I know.
Myth.
I know who Myth is. No, why do we
Um,
hate him? What dirt do you have on him?
Well, you didn't hear this from me, but I think he has like a little crush on Gracie. And Gracie would never go for a dirtbag like him. Like, come on. Gracie is like the epitome of perfection. And she would never go for some lowly piece of trash like Myth. Like, I mean, come on. He's not even that nice.
There's no
And then I
reason
go
to
on a
shine.
tangent.
Kid just goes off about how much Myth gets under his skin, and you're looking
I hate
over
him.
and you see this dark figure. He's got these big like wings sprouted out, and it's kind of weird. Like there's no neck. It's kind of just like torso and morphs into head kind of deal with these really big glowing red eyes in the middle of it. Right now, what you actually see them working on is they are. What are they working on? Oh,
Anyway.
you can see Gracie's actually setting up for like a water balloon fight kind of deal.
Cool.
But Myth is just kind of standing there, just flexing,
Look at that.
striking different poses.
Are you
Like-
for real?
Oh,
all he's
for
doing-
absolutely, yeah.
He's
And you
just
can
flexing. Like he's a total douchebag. He's my arch nemesis and I hate him.
I don't
Anyway,
know
we don't like
about that.
This
I
is-
was told that.
This is like the third time that he said he's gone on this tangent. Don't mind him.
Oh, okay. I was told that if an adult looks, like a teacher, I was told that if a teacher is like mean, that you shouldn't make them upset at you. I don't know how I feel
Listen.
about being mean to Myth, because what if he's mean to me?
Okay, Frankie, listen. Okay. Okay.
He looks
listen,
really
you're with me now,
strong.
okay? And I basically run this camp. So if Myth is mean to you, just let me
You
know.
don't run this camp.
And I'll make him disappear.
Gracie runs this camp.
Gracie.
I'd like to steal something out of Frankie's bag.
No.
No!
go ahead.
I don't know what it is. I'm just gonna reach in and grab something.
Go ahead and make a let's do agility. Go agility.
Fair,
Hmm.
fair choice,
Oh
good choice,
no.
Good choice by the DM.
Let's see, that will be that'll be an 8.
Hey
to
Frankie, what is your base score for your sense?
+1, so 6.
Yeah, Jackson, what are you grabbing?
I just reach in. I don't know. I really don't care what I take.
Let's say it's like some antibiotics or something.
Yeah,
He
man.
grabbed drugs.
I just grab a bottle of ibuprofen.
But I no, that's not antibiotic. Wait, is that? I was thinking more like
No.
a solvent or something, or like a little
You-
cream.
It's a
Ointment.
cream.
Oh,
ointment.
It's a
yeah.
weird ointment thing. You've not
So-
seen anything like this, but it's kind of cool.
I don't care. I stick it in my jacket pocket.
Not if you.
And
Go back to
Frankie's
writing
just
my
going
book.
off on a story about this one time that I made a teacher mad.
So you guys are having the story. Kid, you're keeping an eye on Myth. Myth is literally just flexing the whole time. That's all he does. Gracie kind of goes from activity to activity, kind of helping where she can. Myth follows, flexing.
My gosh.
You then a little bit of time goes by. You can see a lot of the activities are pretty much.
That's Myth. He's just
It
walking
literally
around
is. It literally is Myth. What's up, NJ?
As we're all just kind of sitting and hanging out for a little bit,
Hey, Frankie.
Hi, NJ.
What size shirt do you wear?
A small. Wait, either a youth large or a men's small, I think.
Okay,
Man.
Man, that is a husky boy.
don't go anywhere. And I waddle away.
30 minutes
And you
later,
waddled
NJ
away.
Yeah,
returns.
exactly.
That's-
2 hours
Then you
later.
waddled away.
It takes an impressive amount of time how slow NJ is going to get this.
I
But
love
NJ, you do find the right size shirt for
Right.
Frankie.
I come back.
It takes so long.
Yeah, I actually noticed him. I was watching him the whole time with my binoculars, and I noticed, I saw him with the shirt for like the 20 minutes that it took him to walk back. So I knew this whole time.
He's just carrying it, and he's just like holding onto it with his teeth. And he just
You got me a shirt?
he just waddles over. He just sets it like on his head.
Thank you.
I noticed you didn't have a t-shirt yet, so I got you one.
Yeah, I think it should fit over this. And he like starts trying to like fit it over his like,
you got a lot of fur.
You hear a little bit of like that. You know where you like
Crinkling.
put the shirt on and you hear like the rip, but you don't know where it was, kind of deal.
Yeah.
It's that you feel it, you hear it, you don't see it, so
Big
it's
Kyle
fine.
horn.
right?
He forces it over the head. I'd like to think that the collar is just slightly stretched. Like, it's not quite
yeah, it's got that little, like, wrinkle to it.
But yeah, he gets it over his costume, and it's, like, clearly full of fur. Like, it's just puffy.
You just see the puff.
He's like, oh, it's perfect. It fits.
Bro, you look so good.
Oh my, thank you so much. I like the shirt a lot. Thank you so much, NJ.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So,
are we gonna eat food?
All
I'm
of this
hungry.
time that it has taken NJ to travel to get this shirt and to travel back, and the time you've been talking, and Jackson to steal everything, you do hear there's kind of these, like, like the megaphone post intercom thing
Yeah.
that's set
The
up at the
traditional
camp.
camp call out.
Siren
Yeah.
head.
You, there's those posted around, and from those you hear,
Why don't you just be a scream?
good afternoon, campers! Welcome to Camp Cryptid. Director Sasquatch here, but you can call me Sassy. I already see some familiar faces, and I'm so excited to see some new ones too. We got a wonderful time ahead of us, and I do believe all our campers have arrived, and all our activities are ready to go, so let's go have some fun! And cheers and screams and just obnoxiousness breaks out from all of the other cryptids around, and these cryptid kids just start taking off in every direction towards these activities. Absolute chaos just breaks out.
Oh my gosh.
For you two, Frankie and NJ, this is actually your guys' first time at Camp Cryptid, so you guys are unsure of what to do here. There's a lot happening, there's a lot of noise, there's a lot of movement around you. NJ, you do know that that's kind of the point of Camp Cryptid, is all the chaos. Jackson and Kid, you know the chaos is not only normal, but it is encouraged.
Of course.
You also know what the usual activities are, and that they are kind of like, go do whatever you want to do kind of activities. So Jackson and Kid, you'll be able to lead the other two as far as the activities and things like that. For my players,
Yeah, no, that's exactly
this is your point in time to use these activities to expand your skill set. So you can win prizes, you can win skill abilities, you can win other things by partaking in these activities. Each activity is associated with a skill. You do want to be careful though, because there is a chance that if you do really bad at something, it could actually drop your skill a little bit. So proceed with caution, but also have a blast. There's a lot of activities. Again, there's one for everything. I kind of want to do them all with you guys because it's fun. But yeah, so the activities we have are for agility. There is cockatrice tag.
I probably should. I should probably not do that one.
A cockatrice is basically a chicken that turns you to stone.
Oh no.
Yeah, I probably.
It's a lizard chicken.
I probably should not do that.
It's a mid chicken.
And I will let you know with that one, the movement is all like it's a set movement. It doesn't use your guys' speed.
It's a Chadusa.
So NJ, you would still be good to partake in that activity.
Oh, that's good. That's good to know that I wouldn't be doomed from the start.
Poor
No.
NJ.
You just turn into a ball and roll.
So yeah, for agility,
Like
there's
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, this will show the audience. These are the skills that these people have available. So there's agility with cockatrice tech. There is reflexes. For reflexes, there is a water balloon fight. For your senses, there is a scavenger hunt. For strength, there is tug of war and arm wrestling. I'll get to that in a second. For charm, there is friendship bracelet making. For confusion, hide and seek. And lastly, well, there's two other skills. The last two skills are lore and scare. Scare we're going to get to in a little bit, but for lore, there is actually a puppet theater show about Camp Cryptid that you can go see.
Oh my gosh. What was the hide and seek one again?
Hide and seek is for confusion.
Okay, gotcha. Oh my gosh.
Lore and then scares later. So, listen, I know you guys are new. Jackson and I will help you guys look around. Isn't that right, Jackson?
You see a countenance change come over Jackson. Kid, you know, Jackson hates everything. But Jackson, one of the things that Jackson does like is winning.
Yeah.
And he doesn't care if it's with someone or without someone.
Yeah.
He's going to win. Especially when it comes to physical action.
So
he enjoys winning.
Very nice. Okay.
So there isn't a word, but there is a deep-seated anger and rage.
Yeah, exactly. So Jackson and I will show you around. Jackson really likes to do a lot of like the physical things, especially tug of war. He really likes like crushing people in tug of war. It's almost a little scary, honestly. But we'll show you around. There's like tug of war. There's cockatrice tag. We got water balloon fights. We can do tug of war or even like arm wrestling.
As Kid is kind of going off on this tangent of all the skills and activities, Frankie, you, for the first time, feel that telepathic link in your brain.
What?
It's real weird. And you're kind of going along with Kid. Kids, it's kind of that like slowly tunes out where you still hear he's talking, you just don't know what he's saying, and he's just going and pointing and things like that. But you do hear Gracie, and Gracie actually goes, "Hey, Frankie, come back to the entrance."
A kid?
Yeah. What?
I think. Did you hear that?
Did I hear that?
No.
No.
I think I have to go back to the entrance.
Oh, you can go say hi to Jerry? I love Jerry. Jerry's great.
I think Gracie just told me to, but I don't know where Gracie is.
Oh. Well, if Gracie told you to do something, you should definitely do it. Gracie is the smartest person alive, and you should always listen to everything she says.
Okay. NJ?
Yeah.
You said... Wait, Kid, you said he was first time. We're both first time here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is my first time.
NJ, you look really good for being a first timer.
My uncle, he's the one who recommended it to me.
It was also you.
Your uncle?
Yeah. Kid and Jackson, you have no idea what an uncle is.
For the audience at home, that's not true.
Wow. Well,
this is Drew's headcanon.
No. This is NJ's headcanon. He just heard the term uncle before and knows it has to do with people that are really close to you.
Well, I'm happy you're here. I like you. I'm gonna go to the entrance now. I'll try to find you guys after. I've never been to a camp like this. Usually it's a little more organized, and everybody does things at the same time. But here, everybody's just kind of choosing their own thing, and there's a lot of noises.
Frankie!
Oh. I better go. I think Grace is mad or something. And
her name is Gracie, not Grace.
I'm sorry.
Jackson has lit a jackalope on fire.
Okay.
No! Not Jackie!
Jackie is a literal counselor is now, like you hear a, rabbit screech.
What?
And you see... you see, Jackson's face has not changed the whole time you're here, but you do see the slightest... twinge of a smirk as Jackie goes fly.
Oh my god!
Okay. Well, you guys
on fire.
Well,
what
you
the
guys
heck?
Put out the fire. I'm gonna go. Okay. And he starts just kind of quickly moving away as if he doesn't know them.
I love Jackson.
As that happens, I just grab NJ by around the base of his neck. I'm like, "You're good with water. Come on."
Okay.
He's just flopping.
So, Frankie, you make your way back to the entrance. You do actually, as you turn around to head to the entrance, you do see Gracie standing there, and she kind of gives a little wave as you come over.
He walks up and says, "Did you say something to me?"
Yes.
Whoa, I didn't see you.
No, I did it through your mind.
Through my mind?
Yes.
Like a walkie-talkie?
Frankie.
What?
You do understand what cryptids are, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, I like them. I think they're cool. they're scary and interesting and mysterious, and I like riddles.
You do understand we are cryptids.
Yeah, I'm a sheep squatch.
No, you are a human in a sheep squatch costume.
And you're...
I am a gray alien.
not a costume?
Not a costume.
Should I leave? Wait, cryptids are real?
Very.
This whole place is cryptids?
Yes.
Oh gosh. I was told that cryptids didn't like humans.
They don't. But it's okay.
Ugh.
Because you are a sheep squatch.
Yeah, but I'm a human in a sheep squatch costume.
You are a human in a sheep squatch costume, but the cryptids do not know that, and we will not let them
Literally,
know.
NJ turned big.
Yes, that is what NJ does.
Then he was.
NJ grows and shrinks in size.
I can't do anything. And on a kid, he could run really fast. And
But
Jackson
you are a human.
set something on fire. I don't know about Jackson, but what am I supposed to do? I can't do any of those things. I have a flashlight.
Frankie,
What?
not just anybody can find Camp Cryptid.
Okay.
You're
Does
here
that
for a
mean that-
reason.
I'm actually a cryptid?
Probably not.
Oh. My
Um,
mom's gonna freak out when I tell her about this.
But, Mum. Right,
Okay,
Mum. Is your mom my mom?
I
Or,
don't think so, no.
okay.
My mom thinks aliens are real though, so that's good. I think.
Interesting. Well, we need to make sure that you are safe for the activities and nobody knows that you are human in sheep squatch costume. And she kind of like bends down and you see her actually like untying her shoe and pulling the shoelace out from her shoe. And she kind of like takes it and like wraps it. She ties it in like a bow around like right under your chin with the hood.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like it's not tight or anything, especially
Right.
with all the puff of the hood. But she
Just
does
making
like
it so it's less obvious
Yeah.
that it's a costume.
and so that
I
if
see.
you go running around or something like that, it doesn't like fly back. You see her like tie it. She double knots it too, so it doesn't like come undone.
Oh, thank goodness.
Right? Yeah.
The strongest of knots.
All right.
As soon as you do that, you see him kind of straighten himself out, and he was having watery eyes, so he kind of wipes some of the water away, and he stands up straight and furrows his brows and just says, "Okay, I'm Sheep Squatch, and
You are
I-
Frankie, a sheep squatch.
I'm Frankie, the Sheep Squatch.
A sheep squatch.
I'm Frankie, a sheep squatch,
Yes.
and I like candy bars, and I am good at bowling sometimes when I have the bumpers.
Look, the other leaders do not take well to humans. Okay?
Yeah.
Humans are curious things. Are you you are curious. You ask lots of questions. Curious things ask lots of questions. I must admit, I am curious too sometimes. I know it's not very cryptid-like of me, but I am not like other cryptids. So, no,
Could I be a curious sheep squatch?
no curious.
Okay.
Not curious.
That's gonna be really hard for me. I have a thinking hat that I think with. So-
You can be curious with me, but not with the others.
Oh my goodness. I have to tell Kid all about this.
Do not tell Kid all about this.
What? Wait, they can't know? They're my friends.
I do
I
not
know
know
you're
how
fine.
they will take to a human.
Okay. I'll be Sheep Squatch, I guess.
Okay. Well, just know you are the only human, so you are alone. But I am the only alien, so I am alone as well. So, in a paradoxical way, you are not alone by being alone.
Whoa. I might need my thinking cap for that one.
What a quality counselor.
Where?
I
Wait.
just love Gracie so much.
Okay. So I'm gonna go over there and...
Have fun. Enjoy camp. You're here for a reason.
Okay.
I like
I'll
you,
try
Frankie.
to enjoy it. Will anybody hurt me though? No?
Yes,
Probably.
Really?
it's me.
Probably.
I can handle it. I have band-aids and antibiotics. I always make sure I have my antibiotics on me. If I lost my antibiotics, then whenever I got a scrape, it would get infected. And
Go
I've
have
heard that
fun.
infected maybe gets...
She kind of like
people
turns your
die.
head and pushes you forward to go and partake in the activities.
Okay, bye, Gracie.
Bye, Frankie.
And he says, I better meet up with the others. And
I
does this
love
like
how much
crazy
he
run with
narrates
his...
himself.
Yeah, and he does this crazy run with his
We're all
backpack.
living in Frankie's world. That's all I know.
I mean,
So-
I
so
figured
loud
it was
when he
pretty well
runs.
established at this point that Frankie is the main
Frankie's the main
character
character.
of Camp
I mean,
Cryptid.
yeah.
Just for this episode. Just for this episode.
No, he's the main
So-
character.
So Jackson,
Yeah.
So Kid wants you to be included. So what activity does Kid think that you'd be most inclined to be included in?
Look, Jackson has dominated tug of war and the water balloon fight for the past like 4 years.
Yeah.
That's what he does, and you know that he does not play fairly.
Yeah. No, he's a
Um,
bull cheat. He gets hit like square in the chest, and he's like, "No, you didn't hit me. You didn't hit me, bro."
More like he positions himself at the front of the tug of war line just to purposely breathe fire at the person across from him. Like,
Yeah.
so
Jackson,
you know that he goes to the tug of war first.
yeah. So Jackson, I was kind of thinking we should do tug of war first, so that when Frankie gets back, we can do the water balloon fight, and then he can be on our team for the water balloon fight.
Just put the big one at anchor.
Okay. Hey, end it. I think we want you to be our anchor because you're gonna be great for it. Can you make yourself
He
pretty
kinda-
big for that?
NJ like props himself up on his rear flippers and like flexes his front flippers.
Yeah.
And he's just like,
Yeah. I'll give you a little high five, buddy.
All right, so for strength, the tug of war, there is a lot of tug of war happening, and Jackson, you do dominate at tug of war. But the real challenge, the one you haven't quite yet conquered yet, is
Mothman.
the tug of war against Director Sassy. Now, so there's two options for this strength thing. So for the first one is you guys can all go against you guys collectively will go against Director Sassy in a game of tug of war. The other option to gain a strength bonus is you can 1v1 Myth in an arm wrestling contest. It's a tempting offer.
But we can't do both.
You can do both, but if you
You'll
win
at
at
most
both,
get one.
you'll only get the one.
I don't have a bonus to strength, but it is me rolling, so.
And it is Myth.
And it is
I mean,
myth.
Now
I dislike
DJ,
The
authority.
moth, the myth, the legend.
I freaking hate that you just said that.
I'm
I cannot believe
so
that
happy
you
I
would
did.
insult me
I love
in
that
such a
shit, too.
terrible way.
now
Yes.
DJ, if I might offer some
Uh-huh.
advice, okay.
Uh-huh.
First,
Can I have
we do the
and
tug
they
of
make an
war.
intimidation check?
First we
First
do the tug of war, okay?
Uh-huh.
We all increase our strength by winning the tug of war.
Uh-huh.
Then you go face Mothman.
With
And
a
now
bonus in my
you
strength.
have an increase in your strength. You have a better chance of beating him.
That's a fair strategy.
That's a NJ.
And I am
blew
smart. I
my
read
mind.
lots of books.
I am smart.
I oh my gosh. I think
If
you
there
just
was
became, like,
trivia
my favorite
night,
person
when
ever.
do we have? Is there trivia night here?
What is trivia?
NJ's so cute.
Is Frankie back?
No.
Frankie's back.
Oh, I'm back now?
Oh, Frankie. Hey, so we were just
Hi.
thinking, we're getting tug of war. We're
Kid
gonna
went
go
on another
crush
tangent
death.
about myth and
Sure. It took
Frankie,
him a while to
what
get
do you
to
have in your bag? Smelly one. What do you have?
Me?
Yes.
A lot of stuff. I have a mess kit, and I have some granola bars, I think, and I have
Make a
some
snappy.
band-aids and some antibiotics.
Okay, so nothing useless. Useful. Ugh.
It was
Just
like, wow, that was
don't
kinda
blow
nice.
it.
I also have some manuals on the woods and stuff.
Just
Nothing
don't
else that makes
trip
them
over
heavier.
yourself or interrupt anything else.
But wear the backpack. It will make you heavier. We're gonna go up against Sassy.
Whoa. We're
I
doing
did
level
I hear
4?
you're going up against me?
Oh, you're going down, girl. We got you.
See this giant Sasquatch Bigfoot lady
That's Sasquatch. Is it
walk
Sasquatch?
over.
That's Sasquatch.
That's Sassy.
Oh.
Are we doing this or what?
Doing this. Let's
Wait,
go.
wait, can
You're
Frankie
kinda
have
funny.
a disposable camera?
Frankie, you're kind of funny.
Can Frankie have a disposable camera where it goes shink, 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 shink?
But none of it comes out. They're all too
Yeah,
blurry.
it doesn't actually take pictures. It just, he pretends like he takes pictures with it. It's super old.
Sure.
He goes, jink, 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 and he's like, this is awesome. And then he
All right,
supposed-
Sassy.
Hold on. Jackson's suddenly interested. What is that supposed to do?
Oh gosh, I just realized that might have been a mistake.
He
Ask you a
reaches
question.
into his hoodie and he's like, I stole this 4 years ago. And I've never figured out what it did.
Wait.
He has a little disposable camera. A little instant camera.
Oh, they don't do anything. You just point it at things that you want to remember.
I can just remember things.
Yeah. It's
So
for
what
fun.
is-
It's not real. It's like they say you can take pictures with it.
Stop talking, get on the rope.
Okay.
Just for a little clarification, you did just see Jackson dig around in his hoodie pocket and pull out an instant camera.
Yeah. I'm not gonna question it.
Good.
I like to
That's
think
good.
that Jackson's
You're taking
hoodie
notes from
is-
Gracie.
Jackson's hoodie is just a bag of holding, and so he's like
You would like to
pulls
think-
like a palm tree out of
Oh,
his pocket.
It's,
or
buddy.
whatever.
DJ, you would say it's a hoodie of holding.
It's a hoodie of holding. He pulls like an oar for the canoe. I'm so excited.
They call them holdies.
All right, so
Alright, so you're at the front, Jackson, and NJ, you're gonna be at the back. Frankie, you'll
oh
be
come
in front
on,
of me, and
kiddos! I don't
and
have
I'll
all
be right in front of-
day.
I'll be right in front of NJ. That way, we got Jackson up in the front, and then you, the big guy in the back, and then I'm backing you up. Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
By the way,
Are you ready?
GM,
Oh, we are.
GM for
Jackson,
clarification.
Can I attempt to fish around for something that you don't previously have written that I have?
Yes. What would you like to fish for?
I would like to fish around for one of those strings of firecrackers.
What the heck?
Okay. Go ahead and make an attempt. Let me see what you get.
Oh god, I really hope that you rolled really high because I got a 9.
Nope. It was a 20% chance.
These are my
Instead,
last firecrackers. Why am I so good at rolling high on d10s?
you see,
I dig around a bit.
You see Jackson digging around, like, no, don't know if it's that one. No,
A lot of spork, put back the spork.
yeah, and Jackson, what you end up landing on is actually the second item on your list.
Oh. I hold up a little jar that's just full of teeth, and I just put it back. I don't need those right
Ew,
now.
What the heck?
It's
not weird, they're mine.
Yes.
And mine. Oh my gosh.
Why?
GM,
But
just so
the
you
tooth
know,
fairy
Yes.
is real.
for clarification, as NJ waddles over to the end of the rope,
Mhm.
kind of bites down on it with his teeth, and then he just looks back up at the Sasquatch, and he kind of gives a little wave and then he just like grows to his max size, and then just kind of like lays down.
Your max size is kind of level with Sassy's size. And so yeah, Sassy kind of gives you a nod of respect. Sassy's like probably around like 10 to 11 feet tall.
Yo.
Holy crap.
Sassy's giant.
They call them Bigfoot for a reason.
Yeah, I go and I take the rope and I'm like, Jackson, come here. Come help me tie this around NJ's neck. And we make like a little
I've been
loop
waiting for you to
like
ask me to do something like
loop
this.
it, not anywhere restrictive or anything like that, but makes it so he's not laying on it, but it's actually attached to him.
Well, I'm biting.
Oh,
onto
trust me, I know how to tie people up.
All right, so you guys all get in position and get ready. You guys will get to use your strength, so if you have any modifiers, you can add that. I'm gonna have you guys all roll a d10, add your strength modifier, and then add all of your scores together.
I know it already. Sassy's totally rolling a d20, like 2 d20s.
Just got another.
GM.
Yes. Yes.
Can I have advantage because I'm big?
I'll give you advantage because you're big.
Yay.
I love being me.
So Kid rolled well.
I got 10.
Oh, shoot.
Okay, so 10.
I'm sitting strong.
10,
Okay.
3, 13.
I've got an 8.
21.
21.
Good.
9.
30.
30.
So Frankie, you really need to gosh dang pick up your
What
slack,
you
buddy.
got, Sassy?
You guys all get in position, and Sassy counts you in. Are you ready, campers? 3,
Aye, Captain.
I guess.
2, 1, and immediately you feel this huge tug, and it kind of jolts you. But NJ has a good grip in the back. And it NJ, is it? Are you biting down on it, or is it like
Well,
tied to
I
you?
mean, I imagine
Tied around his neck.
like they would have tied it around, but he still would be like he's still like biting onto it, you know. That way he could still kind of like pull with it. Oh dear.
I would like
My
to
hat.
think Jackson tied it around the neck, and then Frankie, you know how you can do the like rope backpacks?
Yeah.
Frankie as a Boy Scout. It's like, oh yes, of course. So it's like
right.
looped around the flippers in a perfect.
So
like,
you guys have
filter.
such a solid anchor set. You actually are you are able to tug back on Sassy's pole, and it kind of like wavers for it's just completely still as you both are kind of like
Come on,
stuck
guys.
in this like lean back.
It's Sassy. We can do this.
I'm trying.
And then you just like NJ just kind of like gives a little and you end up pulling Sassy, and Sassy falls face first into this little pit of mud around
Anarchy.
there.
I like to imagine that whole time.
You
with the
beat
monarchy.
Sassy. You beat Sassy by 1 point.
Oh, NJ did it.
I like to imagine like literally like NJ, Kid, and Jackson, they're all like giving it all they got, and Frankie meanwhile is like his feet are like inches above the ground, like just dangling there.
We pull Sassy in, and I go, woo! Come on, guys! And I try and go lift up NJ. Come on!
I don't think that. I don't.
What are you doing?
NJ, shrink down, shrink down.
I shrink.
Yay, NJ!
I'm gonna steal Frankie's thinking cap.
What's wrong with you?
Go ahead and make an agility check against his sense.
What is wrong?
That's a 6.
Wait,
Beats
what
it,
is
beats
my
it.
sense?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't roll. Dang it!
Beats it. You do get it, but Frankie, you do notice.
Hey, what are you doing with that?
What?
My hat.
Oh, sorry. I'm not actually sorry. I just throw it at him and leave.
Okay, I guess.
Wow,
Oh my
I'm so glad that there's an
God.
auto
Hey.
like decrease in sound.
Sassy
whenever you
kind of
say-
like heaves herself up and kind of wipes the mud off. And there's kind of this like bit of like fumes coming out of the ears kind of
Whoa.
deal from her.
Oh,
But you just see her go.
got it. We got you, Sassy.
Frankie's
did?
kind of hiding.
You
his
did
face.
get me. All right, go on, get going. You got other
Did you-
activities to do.
Do you want someone to help you clean off the mud?
No. And Sassy kind of storms off.
I was so tempted to throw a water balloon at
I
her.
would like to think that a bunch of camp counselors, or not camp counselors, just campers are like gathered around in a circle, and they're all like amped that campers finally beat Sassy.
I am definitely
So
looking
it's like
to
a
see.
hype circle.
I'm definitely looking to see if Gracie noticed.
Make a sense check.
Couldn't see past the massive amount of flexing that's coming from the arm wrestling table.
9. Man, I should have saved that for freaking beating Mothman.
You do see, you don't get she didn't see it happen, but she is seeing the kind of aftermath and seeing the cheers of it. She's actually over by the, puppet show booth at the moment, helping to set up with that.
Do you think Gracie saw that? I hope so.
I don't think so.
Dang it.
What?
Maybe
You
she'll
know-
see me beat Myth.
I talked to Gracie earlier, and she's
Awesome. Wonderful. Beautiful. Amazing. Smart. Intelligent.
GM, or actually DJ Kid.
You hear Jackson shout, "Out of your league."
Has Kid set NJ back down?
No, I'm just kidding.
Why do I imagine, NJ, do you do the thing, you know how if you set a turtle on a cup, they'll start to swim?
yeah.
Or like you hold the dog over the water
Yeah, or
and they
they'll
like,
start to paddle.
I
Oh my
definitely,
God.
I haven't put him down, but I have transferred him so he's just on my hip and kind of forgotten that he's there.
Hey,
I don't
hey,
know. Like intelligent, beautiful,
Kid,
crazy, awesome.
Out of your league.
Can you put me
Oh,
down,
what?
kid?
Oh, sorry, NJ.
Thank you.
And then I'll increase in size a little bit back to like the size of like a dog, and like I'll just waddle away
Waddle.
Bye, NJ.
towards Gracie.
all right. Yeah, she set up. There's like this kind of like it's, you know, those like little kid kind of booth things that has like a little curtain that you just move with your hands, and it's like a little mini lemonade stand, but it's like a puppet booth thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what they got going on. You see her; she's actually like behind prepping a few things.
I just waddle over and I grow just a little bit more. That way I can kind of like tap her on the shoulder with my nose.
NJ,
I think Kid wanted you to know that we beat Sassy in the rope thing, and he's really proud, and he just
He's a
wanted
flipper man.
he wanted you to know.
Guys.
Sassy is unbeatable.
Well, we all worked together, and it was a lot of fun.
Not when you
Hands
got this
over.
thick lad on your team.
Pans
Gracie does
over,
look
and
over.
Kid and Frankie are high-fiving.
It's like, yeah,
But it's definitely like the classic high five where like feet are in the air and we're like off the ground.
Everybody's
full
going,
cartoon.
everybody's going, go kid, and Kid's
I
just
start
In
breaking
the
it.
background,
But super fast.
Jackson is just holding a kid on the ground and throwing water balloons. Wham, wham, wham. It's a super enjoyable scene. Just in the background, Jackson is being the worst.
Gracie does the smile, seeing Kid and Frankie high-fiving and all of that.
Did you see? She smiled. It was the most beautiful thing ever. It's like a sunrise.
I'm not even on the water balloon course.
Not at all. They don't know how you got these water balloons out there. They were watching them specifically for you.
I'm literally crying.
I will waddle back over to Frankie and Kid.
Go Frank, or go
So-
Kid,
So,
go Kid.
what are we doing next?
Well, we're gonna go. What are we doing next? Oh yeah, myth.
What?
Wait, Jim.
Your rival.
We did get a +1 to our strength, right?
Yes, you all get a +1 to your strength modifier,
Yes.
and that modifier gets added to your base score. So your base
Oh.
score is always 5 if it's at 0, and then you add whatever your modifier is to your base score.
Oh, that's awesome.
I
These kids
am
getting
so
jacked.
excited.
All right, so you're looking for myth.
Yeah, I'm on the hunt. I'm walking around.
Feeling good.
I'm
He's got
flexing as I do it.
testosterone. He's got testosterone.
Frankie,
He's going in.
Frankie, can you pick me up and put me in your backpack?
In my backpack?
Yeah, it's hard to keep up with you guys, especially
I'll
when
try.
like kids moving real fast. I can't really keep up.
Okay,
MJ is my favorite.
I
character.
can't. I mean, it's kind of full, but I can try to make room.
I mean, I can
you
be.
put 'em
I
on
can,
top?
I mean, I can be small too.
Like a bedroll.
I don't need like a lot of space.
Okay. I have some room in the top pocket here.
Oh,
Forces
that's
it open.
yeah.
shoves
And
things
it
down.
just like shrinks down to like the size of a chihuahua.
Oh.
Yeah.
So,
Frankie
you guys-
helps him in there and leaves the flap open so he can just kind of peek over his shoulder, I guess.
Yep.
This is a very important detail. What type of backpack do you have? Are we talking
It's
about like a zippered backpack? Does it have like a flap? Does
We're
it roll
talking.
up?
It's a rectangle, and it has like straps for like a sleeping bag and like just anything else.
So
What's
it's
the
like
kind
a
of bag you're-
full-on
It's
camping
both.
bag.
It's
Yeah,
zipped
it's like a
You have a-
hiking
and
bag.
it has a flap.
You have a
Oh,
little
yeah.
backpack.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a real hiking pack for sure.
Nice.
So the rest of
And
you,
it's way
Twice
too
his
big for
size.
him. Yeah.
Jackson is causing mayhem. You two, are you guys situating to watch the 1v1?
Oh yeah, we got
Yeah,
to see
yep.
Kid in action.
Kid, you're ready. You're looking
So
around. You're trying to
nervous.
see. You're trying to find where Myth
Where's-
is.
Where's that?
You don't
thing?
see him.
I look to the
Ran.
sky. Is he flying?
As you look up, you see shooting down from the sky this just dark, shadowy figure
In full flight.
launches down. It's like as he comes down, it's kind of like this 4-foot blob, but then he stands up to his full height at about
Uh-huh.
7 feet tall. The big red eyes open and glow in your direction.
I pull my shoulders back and I puff up my chest, totally like David versus Goliath, just looking up at him. You and me, arm wrestling. Now.
Okay, whatever you say. And he
Oh,
like,
what a dick.
you guys go over. There's kind of this like bouldery
Uh-huh.
rock sitting there, and
Uh-huh.
he,
Oh my gosh.
he crouches down and gets his arm ready.
Hey, hey Frankie, can you help me grab a rock? We go over, grab a little rock for me to step up on, so I'm the right height.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. He's even crouched down for you, but you
Uh-huh.
still needed the extra boost.
I spit on my hands, so I'm a little more slick.
Ew.
Hey man, I gotta do what I gotta do. Yes, Jackson.
Hey GM.
Mhm.
Jackson doesn't like to be in debt. And so, you know, just real quietly off to the side, I would like to pull out a flashlight to attempt to distract Mothman
Oh,
Okay.
that's awesome.
in arm wrestling combat.
Okay.
Arm wrestling combat.
Now I will give you.
I'm
the
okay with having to
choice-
roll to try to figure it out.
Actually, yeah, you do need to try to find your flashlight
Yeah.
first. You have a 10% chance of finding it.
That's not good. That means that you rolled a 1.
I did roll a 1.
And I'm so
Come on,
good at
Aaron.
rolling high on dice.
Roll one. Roll a one.
No, I rolled another 8. I'm really good at rolling dice.
You do not
Well, you
find your
know-
flashlight. Instead, you end up finding half of a sandwich.
Well, you also know that Frankie has an awful lot of stuff. You take it or leave it.
That's not my problem. If you want to help people, that's your job. I tried, and that the effort is what matters.
Okay.
That's the most
This is
effort I've
the
put
inner
into a game in
monologue
the
that
past
Jackson's
year.
having.
You hear Frankie say with his chest puffed out, he says, "There's nothing like a good, honest battle between two foes with no cheating."
I just
Hey, DM.
grab some random cryptid
G-
next to me and shove a sandwich in its mouth.
GM.
Walk away.
Yes.
Speaking of backpacks and interesting stuff, do I see anything interesting in Frankie's backpack?
Oh yeah.
Are you looking for anything in particular?
I don't know. Perhaps
A flashlight?
a
torch?
cylinder-like device that projects light in a direction that in a cone-like vicinity.
You do find a flashlight.
Can he
do
find
know
a
flashlights,
literal
just-
collapsible like camp lamp? You know, the LEDs.
Oh,
that
yeah.
It's collapsible
I
because
just-
he's in the top pocket, and that would for sure be
It acts as a
There's a
fog
flashlight
light.
too,
I
but
like pick it up with my mouth, and I ask Frankie, "All right, well, Frankie, what is this?" Or
yeah, that's my lamp. You just have to pull. Oh, sorry, you can't. And he grabs it, and he says,
Like trying with one of his flippers.
he just shows NJ and sees, see, it's cool, right?
If this is going on while they're arm wrestling, does this count as assistance?
Yes.
I'm just trying to make it storyish.
I'm gonna actually have you, Frankie or NJ, whoever wants to, make a confusion.
Oh.
I vote NJ. Well, I'm good at confusion.
You should.
Okay.
Frankie, this is your time.
I am bad at confusion.
I rolled a 0. That's
an
11.
10?
Again, I rolled 10 earlier today.
All right.
Too.
All right.
So that's
all
wait,
right.
and then plus 1, so that's 11.
Now I'm going to roll to see what is gonna happen now that you've got this distraction going. Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then he starts waving it, flopping it around.
Wow. Frankie,
So-
that's really cool. I've never seen one of those before.
You guys are set up posted.
Just
Right.
on, off,
You're
on,
set
off,
up posted off to the side.
Totally
Wanting
wasting
to
the battery.
root Kid on. Like Kid just
he's
had
a
the
moth.
biggest
Oh my gosh.
victory ever. Oh, that's definitely going into a factor. All right, so Kid,
Uh-huh.
you spat in your hand. You've gripped Mothman's
That's dusty.
really like it's like leathery, but there's like feathers on the back.
Oh, and
It's-
it's chalky too.
And it's hairy.
I hate moths.
This is disgusting.
It's it's got a fuzz to it. Yeah.
I have my inner monologue is like, Gracie would never go for this.
Oh my god.
And Myth goes, so like, are you gonna count or you want me to count?
Jackson, count us in.
What?
3, 2, 1, go. And then go ahead and make a strength test.
Do I have like
against
advantage or
Mothman.
does he have disadvantage? Or...
I cannot tell you. You do not have advantage or disadvantage. This is all on Mothman. But I
DJ, all
cannot
you
tell
need
you
to do
what's
is
happening
roll
with
like
him.
normal.
Come on, Kid.
You got a kid.
Okay. That's an 8. 7 plus 1 is 8.
So you go in. You've got this grip on him. You have this intensity. You have this adrenaline running through your
12-year-old
body
child,
from making
12-year-old
sassy
is
face
evolving.
plant into mud. You are evolving. You're leveling up. You can feel the power coming through you. This
He's
is
yelling
the
to get
strongest.
Grace's attention.
This is the strongest you've ever felt. And you actually see as he says, go! And you have this quick response back.
Mhm.
It kind of throws Myth off for a sec, but then
Uh-huh.
your friends off to the side whip out this lantern.
See, it's
They're
a
waving
lantern.
it around.
On, off, on, off, on, off.
You kind of see it in the glint and you're like, oh. And then you realize that the side they are on is actually the way that
Oh, no.
Mothman is turning to put his arm, and as he goes to turn to see this light, his eyes draw immediately towards it. Your hand slams down as Myth wins with a 10.
I just. Oh my God.
His body is still turned to the left, and his arms it's just fully dislocated.
Yeah, Kid is actually flopped backwards
I'm so
onto this
upset.
boulder with it back. Myth is now like real up close with this lantern.
I just drag my arm
eyes-
off the rock.
His eyes kind of pulse this red a bit,
Oh my gosh.
staring at this lantern.
That's terrifying.
Frankie,
Imagine-
Frankie just says,
And he's looming over you, crouched down. You guys are again 4 feet, maybe starting to get round 5-ish. He's 7 feet tall, so he's just full shadow.
I have vengeance.
do you want the lantern? Do you want my lantern? You can have my lantern.
What do I feel like when he sees light? He turns into a Pokemon. He just goes Mothman.
Wait. Frankie
Mothman.
just kind of slowly starts closing it, and it turns off.
Flex.
Ugh.
I drag my arm off the rock as it slithers off.
Ew.
Myth ends up walking past you, Kid, and he kind of noogies your head a bit and is like, "Nice try, twerp," and continues to walk past you.
Wow. Kid, that was really good, though. You see the size of that guy? He's so big.
Kid, I don't think I like Mothman anymore.
Yeah, he's a dick, and now he's
Scared
storm off.
me.
Mothman.
Wait. Oh, I think Gracie saw that time.
No!
Hold
I
on.
just go up and I find a little corner to go sulking.
No,
Oh.
Gracie doesn't see it. Gracie wasn't looking.
Dang
It
it.
was too covered by the sheer amount of muscle on Mothman.
Yeah, no,
Your
she's like
tiny
behind
frame.
Mothman and he's just looming over this rock. Yeah.
His back lat spread is too strong.
He's got Babs too.
He has
Yeah.
a really wide back. knee.
It's the Dorito back.
Oh god.
What is it? What's the term for when like the back muscles make a face?
Oh,
the
no,
demon
don't.
back?
I don't want this.
Back. Yeah.
Ew.
All right, so what I'm going to have now is I'm going to have you guys pick 2 more activities.
Oh, we gotta do the water balloon fight.
Water balloon fight.
Water balloon fight is a must,
I
so
also
that's one
really
of them.
want to do friendship bracelets.
You wanna do
I would
friendship bracelets?
also be okay with friendship bracelets.
Yeah.
There's a specific
think-
reason for this.
I also think scavenger hunt would be a lot of fun.
Scavenger phone. I want to do them all.
I know.
Let's do 6
Okay,
episodes
let's just
instead of
speed
4.
run. Let's
And
just speed run
2 episodes.
the
Here,
other
okay.
10.
Why don't I give you a rundown of what each of them is going to be like as far as what you guys get to do.
Okay.
So for the water balloon fight, this is going to be a battle of rolls. Everyone's going to roll d10s, and if you roll the same number as me, then you get hit with the water balloon, because it's kind of like you're lining up. The counselors are throwing the water balloons at you, and you're dodging out of the way for
Oh,
your
that's
agility. So if you roll the same roll as me, you get hit with the water balloon because you lined up with a water balloon. There's that. The scavenger hunt for senses is you guys will roll. I'll have you roll several times. We can kind of decide how many times we want to do depending on who all wants to do it. Again, you guys, not all of you have to do it. Some of you can do it. Some of you can do something else. You can split it up however you want. The scavenger hunt, you will actually acquire items.
That's a good one.
Ooh.
You guys did the strength, the friendship bracelet making. You guys will get another item. The bracelets will actually have an ability with them that they can do as well.
Okay.
Hide and seek. You guys will choose a number 1 through 10. I'm gonna roll a d10 5 times. And then if I roll the number that you chose, then you get found.
That one's
and
fun.
then
Interesting.
the puppet theater show will give you your +1 to lore, and it is a puppet show put on by some of the counselors and director Sassy. That kind of goes over the lore of Camp Cryptid.
And what about the tag?
Oh, and the tag, for that one, we have a little maze we'll play through. That one's a little bit time consuming though, so that might have to take up 2 of the activities, and then we can do a 3rd one if you guys want.
I think that doing a active one and then a brain one or an item one would be smart.
Yeah, I was just gonna say we probably don't want to do both of the item ones, so we should pick one or the other, and then one of the skill ones. And we
With
should
water
probably-
balloon, I feel like
we
is
should,
a must.
yeah,
right?
we should probably pick one of the skill ones that would benefit the most of us.
Yeah, let's min-max this.
Exactly. you
I
know?
support it.
Like the water, I'm not good for skills. I am not good at reflex or sense. I'm also not good at confusion or lore. I'm definitely bad at scare, but I don't care about scare.
By not good, do you just mean neutral, average?
Yes, I'm average at reflex, sense, confusion, and lore. Everything else,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
great
same.
I mean, yeah, that's where we all are.
Reflex, sense, confusion, and lure neutral for me as well.
I'm good at sense and confusion.
Yeah, you're the weird one.
at. So
Yeah,
how about we do the water balloon fight, because that would
Yes.
benefit all of us by getting us a +1 in reflex.
Sure.
And then, are you guys good at charm? Aaron's good at
No,
charm.
Oh no, I'm real bad.
I'm average.
You're bad at charm.
Oh, I'm horrible at
I'm
charm.
average
So
at charm.
let's
too.
do the friendship.
But I can
bracelet, 'cause
cheat
guess
my
it's-
way through it. I'll be fine.
And again,
wait.
you guys can split up. If you have different skills you want to amplify, we can totally do that too. If you guys are split up instead of the whole group doing it, it will make it go faster as well. So if you guys have different things you want to do, you can
It
do that
is
as
like
well
there'll be
too.
less chaos. There's less
Yeah.
people interact with each
So
other.
as of now,
I
let's
gotta
pick
split you
I
guys
think-
up.
I think we
Let's
all
pick
want
two
to
and
do the
then
water
come back.
balloon fight, though.
Water
You
balloon
wanna do
I
the
fight.
think
water
all of us
Okay.
do water
Well,
balloon.
let's just start with that one.
All right, we'll knock that one out. All right. So again, battle of the rolls. Everyone's going to roll a d10. If you roll the same number as me, you are hit with a water balloon and are out. If you have a positive number to your reflex modifier, you can add that to your roll once to avoid getting hit. If you have a negative modifier, you must always add that to your roll, even if it does help you.
So we can choose to add the positive one after we know what you rolled.
Yes.
Okay.
But
If you
only
know-
once in this
Yes,
fight.
because that will be you using your reflexes to dodge it that one
But
time.
only if we actually have
Not
something
that
agile.
any of
But
it
only if you have it, yes.
All right. So like camp
Hey.
counselors lined up like a firing range.
What you got?
Like,
Pretty
They're like a firing
much.
squad.
It's
You've
basically dodgeball.
Essentially, yeah.
One-sided, painful dodgeball.
yeah, and the
I
kids
got-
are fending for their lives.
I got that terrible 2.
I got 8.
2, 8,
2.
That's 10.
I also got a 2.
2.
What you got? Don't
What'd you
roll
get, Drew?
2.
I got a 2.
You got a 2?
Whatever.
Please don't roll a 2.
I
got a 2.
Oh my gosh!
We're so bad at reflex.
Immediately,
Oh, where'd you
Jackson,
go?
NJ, kid, just boomed. Oh,
How
wait,
funny
the
would it
water
I go
balloon.
to grab
you
a
see,
kid
you pan
to
over
put in
to
front of me. I realize that it's NJ, and I'm just like, why are you here? And then I just get murdered.
And then
Frankie.
because Jackson is holding NJ also just gets wiped out.
I go to dodge, and I dodge into the one that was about. There's 2 that are going for NJ because he's so big, and I dodge into the one that was going for
Oh
NJ.
no, I definitely.
Meanwhile, Frankie's just behind NJ.
Ah, 'cause now DM. Theoretically
Frankie, what
speaking,
happened with you was you were
man.
you were following the rest of the group. They're like, oh yeah, water balloon fight, but you're kind of just taking in your surroundings a little bit, and that's when you they get to the water balloon fight. You hear them count, and you're kind of like
That's so
I
cool.
think there's a turtle over there.
and then
And
as you
everybody's
like
just getting hit by
you
one.
literally lean forward to go look closer at this turtle, and it just zooms right past behind you. Don't even notice it.
No, I think it's a.
Dang it!
No,
Well,
Yeah,
that was
Jackson,
fun.
NJ,
Salamander?
kid, like you, NJ, you like it. It's nice. The water's
I mean, yeah, the water's
refreshing.
great.
I had a 3-year
Jackson,
streak, and I blame you.
Jackson, you took it straight to the heart. Like the front
I
of your
didn't even know
hoodie
I
is
had one of
soaked.
those anymore.
Kid, yours was straight to the face.
Oh my!
And it was
arm
one
is
of those ones
broken.
where it doesn't
My
even
nose is
pop.
broken.
Like it just like bounces off, so it's even
It
worse.
was just a normal
No.
balloon.
Ah,
It was just a normal balloon filled with water.
ah. Oh my nose! Oh, my teeth! You thought with my sharp teeth I would have popped it. Ah,
Gracie does see this. You go, kid, are you okay?
yeah, I'm fine.
Cries.
Yes,
Like, literally, I was
please, please.
My face.
I'm fine.
So when are we gonna
Look at
start?
Okay. Frankie, you get a +1 to your reflexes.
I don't even need a
You know-
+1. We lost. Dang it!
You know, the sad part is I was going to shrink down and ask if that helped me, but then I forgot before we rolled.
That's another thing is if you guys use any of your abilities, any items, anything like that, you can use it to help you gain advantage and a bonus to your rolls.
Well, it's funny
So
to
funny.
me thinking of Jackson like picking up an F. Is that his name?
NJ.
NF, NJ.
NJ, and just being like, and then putting him down, and like NJ just looking at like Jackson, like, what are you doing? It's just
Jackson
funny to
has
me.
succeeded at the water balloon challenge every single year just because he finds some poor child to hold in front of him
That's
to
messed
tank
up.
the balloon shots.
All right, let's
Dual wielding kids.
let's speed run through something else, and then we gotta move on. What do you guys want to do?
Okay.
We want to do friendship bracelets, I think.
Yeah, let's do friendship bracelets.
Sure.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Or hide
Um,
and seek. You know, hide and seek would be really fun too. I'd love to go do hide and seek.
2 ones I'd strongly encourage. GM hot take. Is the friendship bracelets and the scavenger hunt. Both, if we knock them out real fast, they'll get you some pretty cool items. If you guys
Down.
want.
Let's do it.
Do
Down?
it.
Okay.
Let's do
Friendship
friendship
bracelets
All right,
bracelet first.
friendship bracelets. So you guys actually just do this. You guys don't need to do a skill check or anything. You guys
that's
will just
awesome.
work, and you guys get friendship bracelets.
Anyway, Frankie,
you will
what's
get-
your favorite bead?
You will get a +1 to your charm modifier.
This is the best
But
one yet.
you only get it if you give a friendship bracelet to somebody.
I give mine
Oh.
to Frankie.
I want to make a little necklace to go around NJ. No. Actually, I lied. I'm sorry. I want to make a little get a necklace. I'll make it a little bit longer, and then I'll just I'll take a sharp tooth that I'll find and hang it from the necklace, and I'll give it to Jackson.
Edgy.
Hey Jackson. You know, I know that you probably don't like me. Then that's okay. But here's a little thing. I was thinking about you.
I dig around in my pocket for I have
Mhm.
someone else's friendship bracelet,
You do.
and I go, sorry, I already have one. I am
Oh,
out of
that's okay.
principle. Out of principle, I know that it would be such an easy benefit. I refuse
That's
to
okay.
give someone else a friendship bracelet.
Okay, I have to do
Okay.
this before you
I-
do something, DJ. I have to. Frankie basically thinks for a sec, and then he goes over to Gracie, and he basically says, I made a friendship bracelet for you because we're the same. And he gives Gracie a friendship bracelet, and Kid totally notices.
Well, I was just gonna say, after getting rejected by Jackson, I was gonna go give my friendship bracelet to Grace.
Yes!
So I'm just sitting there with this friendship bracelet that I made. I'm like,
I don't think Mothman has one.
I'll be my own friend.
That is very sweet, Frankie, but these friendship bracelets do not work for me.
That's okay. You can wait. It's just string.
The cryptid magic that comes with it doesn't work on me.
Oh. Okay then. Well, do you want it anyways?
She kind of looks over and she sees Kid standing there. She's like,
Oh. I'll give it to Kid.
that's a good idea.
And he walks over, and Frankie just goes, "Hey, Kid. What are you
Do it. Wait. Oh, this is my tooth.
Hey, Kid, are you okay?
Yeah, no, I just, no, I'm fine. Yeah, everything's
I
fine.
want to give you this bracelet. Because you beat Sasquatch. And it was cool.
You want to give me a bracelet?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here, I have a bracelet. You want my
It
bracelet?
has a tooth on it?
It has
what
a tooth
kind of
on
tooth
it.
is that? Shark?
This is a Petzl tooth. Petzl, feel free to sponsor us.
Nice.
Petzl tooth.
That's never happening. Okay,
Tears dreams down.
here's your bracelet. I want
Here's your
the
necklace.
Yes! And he puts on the necklace.
I put on the bracelet.
Nice.
Insta-death.
Now-
We all
Refuse to be
die.
friends with these people.
So here's the catch with the friendship bracelets.
They kill you on impact.
So
Oh, we're...
these
oh, no.
friendship bracelets will each have 2 magic beads on them. Each bead can only be used once. But when a bead is grasped and the name of the friend who gave it to you is spoken, that person is summoned to the spot next to you along with all of their gear.
cool.
The bead only is expended if the friend is willing to be summoned. And then those of you who gave a friendship bracelet, you will get a +1 to your charm modifier and score.
Lone wolf anyway.
That's really good.
You, Jackson. I made a custom necklace for you, and you rejected it.
Good. I'm
Um,
glad. I hope you're upset.
Jackson,
upset.
you will know, you do know about this.
Oh yeah, I know.
So if you ever do manage to find your friendship bracelet, you will summon a random person.
That is awesome.
I so hope it's Mothman. Please let it be Mothman. Could you imagine that? We're like
All right.
running in the forest scared for our lives, and I'm just like, I don't know who this is. Come on, please, Mothman. And then he's like, side chest, and just shows up and like flexes away an arrow or something.
All right,
like-
let's.
Twerp, I don't like you. And I'm like, I hate you too. He's like, For
You're
some
all
reason,
right.
I feel as though we can get along. And I'm like,
I like your vibe.
I don't agree, but whatever, man.
Yes.
All right, so then we'll go ahead and do the scavenger hunt.
Yes.
Yes.
Frankie is overly excited about this, but he's trying to hide it. He'll start saying like, "Oh, in this one puzzle," and then he goes like, "Oh wait, I don't really like puzzles," and he'll just
Me
look
neither.
around like sketchy.
Okay, Kid, go ahead and roll a d10.
Which one? This one. One. Please
Tell
let
me
it
you
crash.
also find a jar of your own baby teeth. Please.
Kid,
It's Mothman.
Oh no, what is?
you find a tuft of fur.
That's incredibly disappointing. I really hope that this is so stinky that it keeps monsters, nasty humans away from me.
It's just a tuft of fur.
The
Does
Max Repel.
Frankie hear that? What you just
He's
said?
like, oh, my tough.
I hope so. Oh yeah, Frankie definitely just heard them nasty humans away from me.
And then Frankie goes, "Haha, yeah, stinky humans."
Jackson, go ahead and roll a d10 for me.
Throws up.
Gosh.
Reroll if it's a 1.
7.
You find a cockatrice feather. You are actually out near the cockatrice tag fields. You're kind of bummed you didn't really get to play it, but you do find a feather that has fallen there. With this feather, you can attempt to touch a creature with the feather, and if successful, the creature must take a physical toll immediately. How the game works for us, for audience members, they can take up to 3 physical tolls or 3 mental tolls. It's a lot like the Vicen system, which we played with Between the Rows. They don't have like hit points or an armor class. It's a skill test against their base score, and then if they get hit or the test against them succeeds, then they take a physical or mental toll depending on what the person's trying
Is this
to do.
a one and done item?
Yes.
Oh.
Because you burn the feather. No, that's a different thing. Sorry,
That's a
I almost
phoenix.
spoiled something. Yeah,
You tickle somebody
Um,
with the feather and it works.
but because it's
was...
the cockatrice has like kind of like this poison coating thing to it,
Yeah.
and so when it takes that poison coating off, and they immediately get that.
Man, if
physical
this was
toll.
multiple use, there'd be so many stone children just around this area
Oh,
within the next hour and a half.
Thankfully, it does not turn them to stone. It'll just
Oh.
give them a physical toll.
There'd
Only the
just be so many
cockatrice.
unconscious children.
They
The
get a
cockatrice
kidney
himself
stone.
can do that.
It just
All right.
kidney stone instantly.
And NJ, go ahead and make a roll.
Let's go, NJ, my
I hope he finds
flippy
like a pair of
friend.
goggles or something.
I rolled a 9.
You rolled a
Ooh.
9. You find several fanged teeth scattered about.
Sorry, never mind.
You don't know if these are from like wild animals or like Jackson water balloon aggressiveness knocking some
poor
cryptid
kid.
teeth out.
That poor child.
These
Shark
fanged-
man.
these fanged teeth basically like act as an equivalent to a pocket knife.
Ooh.
And lastly, Frankie, and then we'll do a second round too, because I don't want Kid to just have a tuft of fur. And
No,
there's
it's
enough
fine.
items. No, there's enough items, and they're cool. Let me give them to you.
It's fine. No
Frankie
wonder.
Anyway.
pulls out his magnifying glass and he's like going full detective here.
Why do I feel like
Cue the
Frankie,
detective music.
Frankie is definitely into competitive orienteering.
I can't believe Kid rolled the 1. I was literally going here. I'm like, that would suck so much. Poor Kid if he rolls, and he did. Anyway,
good.
Frankie, what'd you
All
roll?
good.
A 10 again. I swear I'm not lying. This is real. It's another 0.
Frankie, you found
The arm of Sasquatch.
a cool stick.
Neat.
It's a cool. At least your stick is
Frankie,
cool.
Frankie kind of runs up with his bag jingling. He says, "Guys, one of the best things you can do when you're on an adventure is find a good walking stick."
That's just
And
a
he
I go
shows them
over-
his stick. How big is the stick?
That's about like
Oh, so it's
a
not
little
walking
over.
stick size?
No.
He says, "This one's a little small, but I thought it looked cool, so I'm gonna keep it anyways."
I go over and I don't know how, but I'm gonna somehow do it. I don't know if I lick it or if I do what or something, but I'm gonna stick my fur to the end of his stick, and now it's a little flag. There you go.
It reminds
He's
me
like,
of
"This is
reminds
my
me of
fur."
marshmallows. Toasting a marshmallow.
Don't eat it.
All right. We can do another round. I'm gonna have you guys re-roll if you do any repeats, but kid, go for it.
Going for number 2.
Number 2,
Not 6.
you have 6.
Mhm.
You found.
Phoenix feather.
Oh, this is kind of cool. So you get a crow's skull.
Ooh.
When visible,
Fancy.
when it's visible on you, whether it's held or worn,
Mm-hmm.
you gain an additional +1 to any scare tests.
Dog, this is so Jackson's vibe, bro.
It really
Wow.
is Jackson's vibe.
Depending on what you get, I might be willing to trade. There's a little barter system we could do.
Speaking of
I can just
Jackson,
steal it.
that is true. Jackson,
Oh,
go ahead and make a
gosh.
roll. Please don't steal kids only
3.
item. 3. You got. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is kind of perfect. You two need to trade. You got a rabbit's foot. You can use the lucky rabbit's foot once per playing session to add an additional +1 to any skill test.
Yeah, no. I look at kid. I say, give me that.
Oh
We'll
my
get your foot.
gosh.
Fine, whatever. I hate luck.
Great. We
I'm
switched.
bad luck incarnate.
Okay.
All right. NJ, go ahead and make a roll.
Our favorite flipper friend.
2.
2. You found a pile of small bones. Roll a d10.
Ooh.
Again, because that's all we roll. You got a 5. You get 3 small bones. You don't know what they're
This is
from,
so Jackson's vibe.
but they look cool. You got some cool looking bones.
I could
Bones
build
and
almost a whole
fangs.
crow.
You got bones and fangs. All right, and Frankie,
9.
reroll.
Okay. 5.
5. You found an owl pellet.
Ew.
Oh.
Actually, he goes, yes, these are so cool. You can see what the owl ate.
Actually,
Just
you
pulling
are
it
pretty
apart and
certain.
stuff.
Yeah,
Ugh.
after taking it apart, you are pretty sure that you have all the bones to assemble basically a small mouse.
Whoa, I think I have some mouse bones.
This is so Jackson's
And he
vibe.
starts putting them together on the ground.
Oh, I'm so excited. So you start to put it together, you assemble it.
Yeah, and he's showing the others too, especially
Make-
NJ. He
make-
shows NJ, you found some bones? I found some bones too, except it's an owl pellet, which means I can see like all the bones from the mouse. And so look, if you put them together like this, then it's gonna make a little mouse.
Frankie, make a lore test
Oh, a lore test.
to see if you know how to assemble this little
Okay,
mouse.
a 5.
5?
Super average.
Yeah, you
Wait,
managed.
can I look? So one of my traits is I have 3 books on various lore. Can I open a book and see if I can find any information on
A
magic?
flora and fauna book, perhaps?
Yeah, like something maybe
Yeah.
to add to that. Should I
Um,
re-roll or
No, if you want, that
like an
will.
encyclopedia or something?
Yeah, you can re-roll if you would like,
Okay,
and
I'm
take
going
the
to.
higher roll.
5.
So, what is the book? What is the book about? What do you want it to be
The
about?
book says, "Oh, I want the book to just. This is gonna be the basic book on flora and fauna, as I think Aaron said.
United States Flora and Fauna. The
Yeah, it's
Complete
just-
Edition, Volume 4.
It's essentially just like
The
kind of a
best volume.
guide to the wildlife in like wooded areas and stuff.
It's college approved.
Whoa, you have volume 4 of the complete edition of Wild Flora and Fauna to the United States? That's like super rare.
It'll
I've been
also
trying to
talk
steal that one
about.
for years.
It'll also talk about the like the food chain a bit. So
Oh my gosh, doesn't it
the
talk about
reason
the
it's
food-
helpful with cryptids is because cryptids are assumed to be a part of the food chain in the environment, and so
Mm-hmm.
you try to find the parts of the forest that would most likely fit to
Gotcha,
their
gotcha.
dietary needs.
Yeah.
And so that's why you have it.
Find their habitat.
Yeah,
Right.
It also conveniently
All right.
includes full skeletal diagrams of all of the fauna.
So go ahead and re-roll.
Oh wait, I think I did, and I
But-
got
Yes,
a
a 5
2.
again.
So
Yeah.
I got a 5.
Double
as well.
fives.
Yeah.
Hey, it was a good shot.
The 5 was good enough.
Okay, good.
You do assemble this mouse. There's a few bones that are kind of like not in the right spot, but you do get the general idea of this mouse, and as it kind of like completes itself, as you complete putting it all together, the bones kind of all like merge.
Whoa, what's
And
happening?
the little mouse kind of like gets up on its little
Ah,
bone toes, and you have a little mouse skeleton familiar now.
oh, it's moving. The bones are supposed
Suck
to
it,
move.
Jackson.
The bones are supposed to move after it dies. Sometimes fish move, but that's because they have nerves. And snakes, but not mice.
It's fine.
It doesn't have
all the
ears.
bones
It's
in
ears
my
are
Does
throat.
it have bones in its ears?
No, it doesn't. That's my impression of
Frankie starts like backing away.
It follows you.
People do have bones in their ears. There's little tiny ear bones. I don't know if mice
Why
do.
not mice? Oh,
Jackson,
well, let's look at that.
Jackson,
I mean, you
Jackson,
have bones in your
What?
inner.
It has
ear.
no eyes.
Jackson.
My eyes are holes.
Could you,
If you're trying
I
to show
don't-
off,
I don't
it's not
wanna
going to work.
touch it,
I didn't
but-
want a mouse anyway. Crows are natural predators.
Well, do you think it'll hurt me? Could you, like, touch it or something? Or see if it'll hurt you? I don't know. It just
Is
seems
that a
like you're not
threat?
afraid of stuff.
I am fear.
Well,
I
then
want-
could you...
Just walk. I just leave.
I walk over to the mouse.
What a jerk.
It looks up at you.
I shrink down. Be like just a little.
Well, be careful, NJ.
To the point
Eat
that
it.
I'm just a little bigger than it,
Mice have surprisingly small and sharp teeth.
and I just I pat it with my flipper.
It like has like the like the dry bone sound in Mario Kart.
It's just a xylophone.
It's just the little chatter of bones as you like pet it.
It seems
Frankie,
pretty
are you-
friendly to me, Frankie.
Frank, are you gonna keep this little mouse or is he gonna run off?
He'll let it follow him.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Okay, as long as it doesn't hurt me, I guess. It's kind of cool.
On to the hide and seek. Blah blah blah. On to the next game that we go do before we skip ahead.
Okay, are you guys okay? Oh, I guess we're doing that. All right. We don't. Okay. Anyway.
I was just doing a segue. Yeah.
Yeah. that's-
We can skip ahead to wherever you like.
All right. Hide and seek's the last thing we can do, though. Like this is the last thing we can do.
I love hide and seek.
I will allow this.
Okay. So there are 10
Jackson's
hiding
gonna
spots. Everybody's gonna choose a number 1 through 10 to be your hiding spot.
So we choose a number.
Yes.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh gosh, Nessa's gonna
write it
or
down.
NJ is gonna be good at this.
Write it
'cause-
down, but not say it. I feel like we should write it down.
Yeah. should we- well,
I'm going. Yeah. Go ahead and write your number down.
okay.
Um.
I'm gonna write it in my notes on my computer. Is that fine?
Yeah. I am going to roll a d10 5 times. If I roll your number, and you have a positive modifier, you are safe for that single roll. Does anybody have a positive modifier to confusion?
No. Whoa, well, Frankie does.
I do.
Okay. So, Frankie, if I roll a d10 and it lands on the number that you are hiding at, you will be safe for that first roll.
Nice.
But you will not be after.
Okay.
If you have already used your modifier, you have been found and are out if
So
my dice gets your number.
Okay.
If you are and whoever is the last of the 5 rolls will get the +1 to their confusion.
Can I use an ability for the first round?
What do you want to do?
So Frankie wants to get out of view, like into the woods, and then he'll take off his costume and reverse it. And by doing so, he looks more like leaves and branches and stuff. Almost like he's in like one of those, what's
You
it
have
called?
a camo interior.
Yeah, kind of. But it's just like really kind of more messy and more neutral tones.
You've never
And
heard of
he
the
just
sheep's
wants to
watch
basically
camouflage?
look like a small tree or like bush or something.
Sure. Okay, so this is
That's
gonna.
one of its abilities, by the way.
Okay.
Reversible.
This is basically going to act as a +1 modifier for you. So
Okay.
you will just, for the first 2 times, your number
good.
gets hit, you will be safe.
Damn, Frankie's getting stacked.
What's
bro.
up, NJ? What you want to do?
So we're like playing hide and seek like in like the woods, right?
Yes.
Is there a
Well,
creek
around the campground.
okay, is there like a creek or pond that's part of the hide and seek area?
Yeah, most definitely.
Okay.
Whole lake.
I just shrink down to as small as I can. I just get into the lake and I just sink to the bottom.
Sounds good. You will have a +1.
Neato.
What's up? What's up, kid?
Is there like a rocky terrain in around the camp or around the hide and seek area?
Of course.
I would like to turn into a goat and
Yes.
just hop my way up on precarious ledges that nobody else could climb on to disappear up into the rocks, into the mountain.
Okay.
Turning into a kid.
I'll give you a +1.
Yes.
Kid,
I
becoming
would-
kid.
I would like to hunt the hunter.
If you know what they're gonna be, then they don't know what you're gonna be.
Jackson's just 10 feet
I
behind.
would like to, if I am found, am I allowed to attempt a scare check to make them just not want to say that they found me?
I'll allow it.
Like,
Okay.
you don't want this.
Just have a
So
plus-
everybody-
Just in case.
Everybody settle
My
on their
number's
number?
written down.
Okay.
Yeah, I have my number.
First number. 8.
Oh, but
Second number.
I'll just tell you, mine's a 5. It's a 5.
7.
No.
Third. Another 8.
That's good.
Fourth. 10.
I'm sweating.
No?
And the
no
last
Sweater.
one. The last one's another 10. You guys all get the plus confusion bonus.
I've been walking behind the seeker the whole time.
I love
Like,
it.
just.
I'm so excited about that.
So yeah,
my
it
confusion is
kind of
no
gets to
longer
the
a
point.
negative.
It gets to the point you were playing with actually another like camp group. And they were all supposed to be it and go after and find you. And it got to a certain point where they kind of like they just couldn't find you, so they gave up. So you guys have kind of been staying in your hiding spot for an extended period of time, but you're determined to not lose. But
A
the
bunch
sun
of
is
posers.
the sun is starting to go down.
My natural state.
And the afternoon starts to kind of come to a close, and as you guys are still kind of set up in your camp spots, you do have get the Gracie telepathic link as she calls for you guys to head back over to your guys' meeting area up near the entrance.
Fine, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I go back. Except first, I make sure that, you know, I inverse my costume again, put it on, tie the little shoestring, and make sure I'm good to go, and then I return.
I just stay as a goat.
Just prances over. You guys get over to
I
Gracie.
somehow
She's
managed
got.
to get on Kid's back.
Oh my gosh, this is adorable.
Oh my god.
You guys get over to Gracie. She's actually got several the big tent bags set stacked kind of deal. But yeah, she hands one to Jackson. And then she goes to start to hand one to you, Kid, but then turns to sees you're the 4-foot goat.
I turn so she can put it on my back.
She sets it on your back.
NJ is there.
I take both NJ and both the.
She'll lift NJ and set him on top of the tent. He's like the seatbelt for the tent.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you guys, she hands the tents over to you and she goes, "All right, friends, let's go get our tents set up before it gets too dark. Then we can set up a campfire and roast marshmallows."
I love marshmallows.
Marshmallows or roasted fish.
Gracie starts to lead the way. You guys are going a little bit into the woods a bit for where you guys will be setting up. I need everybody to make a sense test for me.
Okay.
Ooh, we're gonna go with the baby the sky blue dice. Ooh. Plus my +0. That's a 10.
10.
8. Got an
8.
8.
I'm strong 3.
3.
Is that 4?
4.
So, Kid, you are actually the first one to sense it. You've kind of become a little bit familiar with things of this kind of sort. You are actually pretty keen to who this is.
Mothman.
Flying overhead.
I immediately turn out my goat form back into Kid.
A dark shadow kind of looms over you guys, and then rushing down, you see Myth drop again in his usual hero stance.
Oh, I hate him.
Flexes.
Kids scream. Kids
Comes up to
scream.
He stands up to a
Oh, you're
7-foot
right.
height.
Baby goats do scream.
Kid faints.
You guys see him come and stand to his full height. He kind of like picks up the tent out of Gracie's hand, just goes, "Sup?"
I walk over there and I grab the tent out of Mothman's and she didn't need you to do that. And I go and go take it to wherever we're supposed to go, which is what I assume.
Like, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this now, but I have it.
Exactly.
Has 2 underarms. They're like dragging behind you.
So NJ, when he turned
Meanwhile,
out
NJ is like slowly like waddling backwards, like dragging his with him, like in his teeth.
How funny would it be if when I turn back into a goat, NJ got like flopped onto his back and it just
like the turtle.
over like a turtle?
So, Kid, you go to grab the tent from him. And as you do, you start trying to carry them both under your arms, but again, they're kind of dragging behind you. They're pretty big. You're not super big. And as you're walking by, he does just scoop and grab both of them from you, like leans over, scoops both of them, and lifts them up to a height you can't reach now.
I'm holding on to one of them, so he just picks me up.
You're like legs kicking under it.
He just starts doing overhead press. Like, so.
And he's holding each one in one hand, like fully, like, and flexing as he's doing it.
Oh my gosh.
Gracie does chime up. She goes, "Thank you, Myth. But shouldn't you be watching over your own campers?" He kind of like scoffs a bit and was like, "I left
Jackson
him with
is throwing
Fred."
water balloons at one.
He was doing that. So I left him with Fred. Sassy wants me to start doing rounds after nightfall. You know, I'm a pretty great protector. Thought I'd fly around and see if anyone needed my help. And he looks over and Kid, you're dangling on the tent.
I need your help. I need your help to go away.
Twerp. And he like he drops the tent that you're held on.
Sprains an ankle.
Poor Kid.
I pick up my tent and I drag it.
So yeah, so there's 2 tents for you guys. There's one for Gracie. Who's pairing up with who for what tent?
Now here's
I'm sorry, could you please repeat that sentence?
There's 2 tents for the 4 of us and Gracie.
Yes.
There's 3 tents
Gracie
total.
has her own tent, and then you guys are gonna pair up and have a tent.
Uh-huh.
All of my options are terrible.
I hate you.
I mean,
so Frankie,
if Jackson pairs up with NJ, it can get real small. So like it's like he was not like he's not even.
This is also you also have the least to steal. So for everyone else, it's probably best if you are there.
yeah, well, I think since Kid and NJ,
Because I will
have
rob the
tents,
2 of them
I think they
blind.
should choose.
I'll go with Frankie.
This is a good choice. I begrudgingly go with NJ.
All right, you all begin to set up your tents. You guys kind of go off in your groups. Myth does set up Gracie's tent. You've seen him whipping around and flying around at this like extreme speed, and he does that with assembling the tent too. It's kind of like that tornado, and it just gets like as her tent gets put up.
So, Jackson, do you put up the tent, or should we get like Kid to do it?
Oh, he'll probably just do it anyway.
I start setting their tent up because while I'm not as fast as Mothman, I've set up a tent a time or 2 in my life.
That is true.
I've never set up a tent before, so I don't know that. I have
And
flippers.
she's adorable.
Neither have I, and I don't plan to.
Frankie is also setting up his own tent.
Okay, both Frankie and Kid, you guys know how to set up a tent. Go ahead and make a strength test to see if you can do it by yourselves.
Ooh.
I hate this with
8.
all the bones in my body. 2.
Oh no, Kid.
I'm frustrated. My anger. I break a pole.
Yeah, Kid, you're having a really rough day. Like, this Camp Cryptid is your thing. And today is not the way it was supposed to go at all. It's extremely frustrating. Myth is still here. What is Myth doing here?
I like to think I've been glaring at Myth the entire time that I'm trying to set it up, so I'm not doing it right. I'm just like,
Oh, absolutely. The tent is like this weird inside out exoskeleton thing going on. Frankie, you do manage to get yours put together pretty fast, and you do see Kid struggling.
Frankie just walks over and
full of rippling muscles and backlats.
He's like, do you need help setting up the tent?
What?
Do you need help setting up the tent?
I like for the first time look at the tent. Oh yeah, this guy sucks. Yeah.
Did you
I
actually
really
break a
don't
pole?
like that Myth guy, do you?
Did I actually break a pole? Or 2 on strength mean that I
Please let him break a
No,
pole.
you didn't.
was 2 weeks.
No, you got it buried pretty deep in the ground, though.
Is how
Pounding the steak for like 2 minutes.
how like is any amount of the tent standing up at this point?
It is, but it's leaning.
Okay.
He's managed to build it upside
not
down.
knowing what a tent is supposed to look like, he's just like, "Wow, this is really good. Good job, Kid," and he just goes in.
I just picture like him like waddling into the flap of the tent.
Yep.
And it's just horrendous. He just
Jackson,
disappears.
while this is happening, where are you at?
We steal something from man.
He's the most robbable. Does Mothman have anything on him?
No,
Oh.
Dang it.
not
Question,
really.
what is Mothman wearing?
Nothing.
A Camp
Just-
Cryptid shirt.
He's just rippled in fur and muscles.
and he's wearing a pair. He has like khakis on, but they're like shorts.
He's got like the cargo shorts.
Yeah.
with
Got,
all
like,
the
a pair of,
pockets. But there's
Yeah, is
nothing
he
in the
wearing-
pockets.
Is he wearing a belt?
Yes.
I'm gonna steal his belt.
Okay, go ahead. And try to make an agility check.
A belt is a useful item.
You can make a trinket out of
That
belt.
is true.
Not that
I
Jackson
said
would
an agility.
help anybody. but-
Yes.
It's not incredible. How about a 6?
For me, Lydia.
Oh, his perception can't be that good. He's dumb.
he's a
and
His
himbo.
sense has to be terrible.
Have you seen the size of his eyes?
His vision is blocked by his lats. He
Did
doesn't
you
have a neck. He can't.
did you
His
add
lats.
did you add your
Yeah, that's already added.
So-
I rolled a 4 and I have the agility +1. I would have been if I could have done the maze.
You're real close. Like, you're real close to getting it. But he does look down at you in the middle of it.
I like have my hand on the belt buckle and I just look at him and I go, just so you know, this belt doesn't look good. I just let it go and walk away.
Jackson, I actually I wanted to ask a favor.
I don't do favors for posers. I just keep going.
Wow.
And I briefly pause and I go, what's in it for me?
I mean, you want this belt?
Not particularly. What do you want?
I want you do the fire breath thing. I wanted you to light the campfire.
No. I just go.
Fair enough. And then you see Mothman go and just starts aggressively rubbing these sticks together, trying to get the fire started.
Frankie quickly goes over to show him how to do it. It's nothing big. It just shows him how to actually
Frankie,
do the thing.
you kind of like go under his arms and are like he's like loomed over you as you're trying to do
the
this.
reverse pool help.
It's
No,
like
you gotta
it's kind of like
angle your
cozy in
hands
there.
down.
Like all the feathers are kind of nice. It's nice and warm while he's
I hate
there's
moths.
there.
You keep saying feathers. Would he have feathers or would it be
Yeah.
more like fur?
No, he's got like feathers.
They do have weird
So
moths.
weird.
Are disgusting
Not moths.
monstrosities.
Mothman is surprisingly not super resemblant of a moth, other than like the big
Mm.
eyes and wings. Like his wings are like supposedly.
I'm just
like,
talking about
feathery.
how much I hate moths.
Kind of deal.
This is
Anyway.
not an in-game thing. Aaron hates
So yeah,
moths.
so you go in, you help him, you get the
Yeah,
fire
I'm showing
started.
him how to do the hand technique.
I hate
What's your name again?
Frankie, now that we have the fire started, I'm gonna go back to my friends. Okay, bye. And he just leaves really quickly, realizing that he's with Mr. Mothman.
Mr. Man.
Well,
Mr. Miss.
he's there at your guys' camp setup. Kind
Yeah,
of
yeah,
deal.
I know, but he just like kind of goes. You know,
Goes
when
back.
there's, like,
Goes
little
back to like the
cliques?
tent. Yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
goes back to the little kids.
So Gracie is sat over nearby the campfire. Myth goes and sits back. And your guys' tents are pretty nearby. Obviously a safe distance so they don't catch fire. But there is a
fix
little
that.
bit of like a fire pit kind of deal. There.
I like to talk by Gracie, but like inconspicuously, like I go and I sit down and maybe I scoot a little closer.
You're like, oh man, if only there was any other open spots. Meanwhile, no one else has sat down.
Exactly.
Kid, as you start kind of scooting closer to Gracie, Mothman does give you kind of like a side eye. He's sitting on the other side of Gracie. He does the yawn
No.
arm stretch around Gracie.
Gross.
As he does that, I'm like, oh, there's a bug, and I slap his arm away, pretending to slap him
Yeah.
like a bug.
You slap it just before it rests on her shoulder. She doesn't notice at
A
all.
mosquito.
Ugh.
And so you bat his hand away. He's like, oh, okay. Anyway,
So
Who
like,
wants
why are
yours?
you here? I thought you were doing rounds.
yeah, I thought I'd come by, see what you guys were up to, make sure you guys were safe, protected, with all these humans running around.
Humans don't even exist. Go away.
Humans running around?
Yeah. You haven't heard about it?
No.
He's just trying to scare us. Don't believe anything he says.
No. As Sassy's designated protector of the campgrounds,
I hate this so much.
it's my job to make sure that you guys are all safe. And how can you be safe if you don't know?
Oh, it's the overconfident security, guard guy. at the
Knowledge is
camp.
safety.
He says, well, there couldn't be humans here. It's Camp Cryptid, right?
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Well, I've never seen a human.
And even protect us from something you can't see. You haven't seen.
I haven't seen a human yet. And it's gonna stay that way. Because I'm the greatest protector of the Camp Cryptid.
I don't think humans exist.
Jackson,
But I hope they do, and I hope they eat you.
everyone is sitting on one side of the campfire. On the other side of the campfire, Jackson sits, hands are crossed. He looks over. He makes sure to position himself
Jackson
so
has
that
like a
NJ's
ball of
cuteness-
darkness around him.
Yes,
NJ's
NJ's
is
cuteness
just
is
like,
covered.
No lightness can enter within 5 feet of Jackson.
Yeah. My
NJ
personal
isn't sitting.
darkness.
He's just like over the log on his belly, just like next to Jackson.
And when Kid says humans aren't real, Jackson goes, "Oh, they're real. I've seen them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you've never heard of them?
Of course, we heard of them.
No. I'm not just talking about any old humans. You've never heard of the cryptid hunters? They normally travel in pairs. Sometimes they even wear the flesh of the cryptids that they hunt to lure their prey closer to them. Doesn't matter what type it is, sometimes they're slippery. Sometimes like little fish. Sometimes they're big and hairy. It's impossible to know. One of them could be among us right now and we would have no idea. But they're coming for you. They're coming for all of us. You think you're safe in these little campgrounds, you're not. The cryptid hunters are out there. You can smell them. The wind's right. The moon's out at the right time. Cracking of a branch out in the woods, that could be them. They'll tie you up, drag you back, stick you in a glass case, and just wait. They watch you with their buggy eyes behind glass frames, measure you. Who knows what they'll do? Obviously, I've never been in their clutches, but I had a friend once. That's where I got this bracelet from. They can even cancel out our magic. I tried. I screamed their names so many times, and they never came back. But I'm sure that you're fine here. Besides, it's Camp Cryptid. It's safe. I mean,
I stand up on the log that I'm sitting on, kind of put my hand out, not touching Gracie, but I put my hand out in front of her and I go, well, if there are cryptid hunters, I'll protect you. Don't worry.
oh, well, you should know one of the most prized catches of a cryptid hunter are a beautiful pair of dark, void-like eyes.
What if the humans are nice? What if we have it all wrong and the humans could be our friends or something?
We all look at him like, what?
You know, I don't know if that's true though, Jackson, because I heard that the thing that they like the most, that human hunters like the most though, are actually the horns. Like the horns of like a goat man, you know?
Well, I mean, of course.
Kid?
If there's a difference between decoration and utensil, the horns they'll use for drinking cups, the eyes they'll use for earrings.
Kid, make a sense check.
It's not me, but I want to roll the die. I want it so bad. I'm ready.
9.
I heard.
So you've kind of been like at the ready to protect Gracie with all the spear thing going on. You do notice she's been completely silent throughout this whole story, and she doesn't seem to be looking at anybody around. She's kind of just staring straight at the fire.
Gracie, do you believe in humans? In humans, do you believe in them? Do you think they're real? Think they're out there?
She starts to go to speak, and Myth kind of nudges her and is like,
Every time you mention this name, I'm filled with uncontrollable anger.
Myth kind of nudges her. Can you hear my helicopter
Oh yeah,
computer?
no, it's
Yeah, but
saying
it's
this
okay.
is
Keep
Myth
going, keep
revving
going,
up
keep
his
going.
engines.
It's a revenant. Myth goes,
Warming up the wings.
believe in them. Gracie's the one who's seen them.
Well,
Hey,
Gracie,
cut the
is
black.
that true?
Is that true? It's okay.
It's getting really late. And it's probably time we all head to bed. And Myth, and she looks over to Myth. Everybody do make another sense check for me. She looks over to Myth and says, it's probably about time that you go and make your rounds. What did everybody get on their sense test?
Not good.
1.
1?
Yeah.
What
3.
did 3? Drew and Grant, what did you guys get?
Oh, I got 2.
2, 1?
Nice. 1, 2, and 3. That's our range of ability today.
Cool.
None of
So-
us know.
Look,
So
I put
yeah,
a lot
she
in
kind of
it, all right?
she kind of gives this kind of short answer to Myth, telling him to go continue his rounds, and he kind of responds pretty much immediately to it. Doesn't really say anything more to you guys. Just kind of gets up and flies up in the air and you can actually see him start to kind of circle to do rounds of the campground from
God.
up above.
What a Chad. Thinks he's an alpha.
Right. So, time for bed.
Yeah, I'm sleepy.
Yes. I'm going to stay out. I'll put out the fire. Make sure it goes out all the way. You all head to bed.
Yeah, whatever.
You see kid like wanna stay, but then can't.
No, babe. I'll help you put out that fire. You'll never put out the fire in my heart for you.
Yeah. And then I go to bed.
NJ, Frankie, what do you guys do?
Frankie leaves. He goes
Frankie
home.
just leaves.
No, I head over to my bed. I'll
Okay.
BRB really fast.
NJ will like kind of like look around as he's just laying on top of the log, and it's like, He's just like rolls on his side to get off the log.
A tactical roll.
Yeah.
NJ, would you like some help?
Yes, please.
Okay. She comes over, scoops you up, takes you over to your tent.
What a baby.
This is so
Scoops
not
you
my
in.
vibe.
Thank you.
Just tucks you in a little bit, gives you a little pat on the head.
And do you all just go to bed?
Into his tent.
I guess Frankie really quick will just go over to Kid.
We're sharing a tent, so.
Oh yeah. So yeah, you know what it's like. You're getting
He
your
rolls
sleeping
over.
bag set up. You're like doing your
I
whole
roll
thing.
over.
Um,
To you.
Frankie just says, "Hey kid,
Yeah.
you don't like myth very much, do you?"
No.
That's a really
I'll
good
spare you the
answer.
lecture, but no.
Because maybe you like Gracie.
What? I sit up. No,
Who told you that?
I hushed my voice. Who told you I had a crush on Gracie?
Nobody told me. It's just, I mean, it seems like whenever, I don't know, it seems whenever Myth is, nice to Gracie or talks to her, it seems like you don't like it. And I noticed that, like, when we beat Sasquatch, you were kind of sad that she didn't see, and I don't know.
Okay, so what? Are you gonna tell her? Please don't tell her.
No, I'm not gonna tell Gracie. I just wanted to know, because she's really nice, and you're nice, and I guess that's it.
Frankie, you're not too bad yourself. And then I'm gonna take him through, and we're gonna make a secret handshake together.
Yes.
Here, you know what? You're not bad. And then
Okay, they make it. Whatever. It's
You guys
good.
get your secret handshake. Does anybody else do anything in the night?
Jackson will take a little bit longer to go to sleep. He'll unzip the tent a little bit because he thinks that it's nighttime is the best time to write poetry by moonlight.
oh,
Gosh.
And so he'll do that. He would really like Edgar Allan Poe if he knew what that was.
NJ, do you do anything? So the nighttime falls. Jackson's riding by the moonlight, but eventually he gets
And
to
Jay
the point
has this
where,
little snore.
"Aw, please let him snore." That's adorable. Jackson finishes up his poetry, eventually heads to bed. The campfire is sure to be put out by Gracie, and things settle.
sorry.
What's up?
I was singing. I was like, when the moon hits your eye like a little pizza.
Cryptid pie.
Cryptid. The night continues on. I need everybody again.
Please, God, no.
Make a sense test.
No.
I did not see that coming.
That's a little bit better. Okay,
It's a little
that's
better
a lot
for me,
better.
too.
Yeah.
I got
You know,
8.
I've had
8.
worse. What's up?
9.
So-
9?
Mhm.
7, 8, 9.
9.
Wait, who had what?
Whoa.
Wait,
Whole 180.
I had an 8.
7.
8, 7,
And
9,
then
9.
Both boys had 9s.
All right. So You actually all wake a little bit. It's kind of that groggy, like half awake, still not fully processing, still kind of in that dream state. But you do see this shadow pass by your guys' tent. There's a faint rustle, followed by silence. You hear a twig snap out in the woods. You hear the wind kind of pick up and have a little low howl go through. Do any of you do anything?
I just slowly, like, hey, Jackson, you heard that too, right?
Normally the cryptid hunters.
I slowly like peek my head out and like look around a little bit.
That's how they're gonna know we're here.
Frankie says, I think it's probably maybe just a bear or like a deer or something.
Oh God, I hope it's a bear.
I'm gonna peek.
Okay.
And Frankie peeks, and at the same time,
NJ and
Frankie.
Oh my God. You guys actually startle each other, seeing each other
No.
peeking out.
Hey, quit making so much noise.
Shh, it's just you. It's just NJ. Wait,
They didn't eat them? That's good.
no, NJ's still in the tent.
Wait.
If NJ's in the tent, then what was... And he looks
Do we
over to
see
see if
anything?
there's anything behind him.
You look behind you, and there's nothing.
The void. The world
Wait,
has disappeared.
Wait,
Nothing but darkness alive.
where is Gracie's tent?
You look over to Gracie's tent, and you do see it is open.
Pick me up. Pick me up.
Kid,
Pick me up.
kid, Gracie's tent is open.
I stand up and my horns go through the top of the tent. I unzip it. I trip falling out of it.
You trip, you end up pulling Frankie out with you.
Yeah,
NJ falls
Frankie will follow
forward,
him.
trying to
I'm
like
just-
peek further in.
Jackson just
unzips-
steps over them.
It unzips as NJ falls. Jackson steps over. And you guys do see that Gracie's tent is left open and empty.
Is all of her stuff here still here?
You look around, you actually do see a lot of her stuff is around. The stuff that was like on her person that she carried with her isn't. And then it was NJ and Kid, you guys got the 9s, right?
Uh-huh.
So you're looking around, you're trying to get a feel for like where'd she go? Is she like nearby kind of deal? And Kid, you end up scooping up NJ and you two are kind of like looking together kind of deal.
Holds him like a flashlight.
I turn him around so he's looking behind me as I'm looking ahead. So we're like
Periscope
we're
up.
360.
Oh yeah, Frankie absolutely gets out his flashlight too.
And kind of all collectively, at the same moment, you kind of look into the same area that leads further deeper into the woods, that kind of leads out of Camp Cryptid. And there, on the ground, you see a single white sneaker missing a shoelace, now scuffed and dirty, sitting on its side, in there on the ground. And that is where we're going to end episode 1 of Camp Cryptid!
Brian, all of the other three go, and you just hear Justin go, yes!
But yes,
no!
that was episode 1. Thank you everyone for tuning in tonight. Join us next week for episode 2. What's up?
Hey, GM,
What's up?
does my scare go up, Penny? Because it told us the
Yeah,
story.
you get a scare. You get a scare point. He totally stole my monologue, but I'm not upset about it.
It was so good. I
Check
love
out-
these characters so much.
Be sure to check out our socials, check out our website, check out our Discord, look at everything. And if you want to help support me and the little mini-series we're doing with this, you can head over to my website, lydiacorinne.com, and buy Camp Cryptid t-shirts and match with us.
And if you like this little series, share it with your friends. It's such a good way to get people introduced to the paper dungeon. It would help a lot.
You can.
But yeah, I hope you guys had fun. I had a blast. I love these guys so much. But yeah, that is all for tonight. So I get to say it. Ready? Good luck and Godspeed, Cryptids. We'll see you next time.